Fantastic. See, we asked the question earlier, Donna, and then we got the answer with Sherry coming on. Right? Very different, right? Very different to psychology. At least I see it as different. What do you think, Donna?
All is good in the world.
No, Donna's got a thought. Share what you're thinking.
No.
I can
No,
feel
I'm
his
not
soul's
going
being
to
cockeyed.
share.
Soul's being peculiar. Come, I need to hear. I need to hear.
No, no.
Oh,
No.
oh,
No, there's a lot of magic there, a lot of things that she helped me with.
yes. There's always a magic to it. And this is the
Right.
thing. You know, sometimes people say, why do you do what you do? It's like you're listening to people's problems. I always learn incredible amounts. What do you mean?
It's a give and take. The flow there was pretty magical.
It was
We
fantastic.
all were sort of, just,
Yeah.
and that's why she was saying thank you. I meant that. No, that was us. That was
I
that
know.
was a lot that she already knew. That was her.
Exactly. You were just feeding it back on her. You were capital H hearing and feeding it back to her. And look how much more you pulled. That's incredible to me. And to appreciate your moreness, your sophistication of comprehension. When Sherry's saying, slow down, it's too much for me, it's too much for me. You're incredibly sophisticated in your awareness, Donna. Very, very, very sophisticated. It comes fast because you are fast. You're always in that fasting mode. You're very sophisticated, right, Beena?
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I didn't know Beena was back.
Yes, Beena sneaked in. She does that ninja thing. I don't know. She does it.
Ninja Beena. I love it.
Yes.
So true.
This is the first time I saw Sherry listening to someone like this.
Yeah.
It is not like that she don't want to listen, but she always has so much going on in her own being.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I saw Sherry. Was like, wow, and she was listening to you, Donna.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah. That's
This
why
is
I like
really
it.
amazing.
I like it when we do these things together. It's an incredible thing, when we do it together. Sometimes somebody listens to one, sometimes they listen to the other, but through the contrast of different perspectives, they hear the same thing, but then the second time or the third time they hear it. It's an incredible magic of the way the brain works. It's a very fantastical thing. Very fantastic. I mean, Sherry really listened to you.
Yes.
I mean, Beena's
Just
had
quite
more
unusual.
experience with
Yeah.
Sherry to see the difference. Yeah. Very beautiful.
Sherry just listened to Sherry, and I was able to
I know.
present it in a way that
Yes.
Exactly.
palatable for her.
That's why she listened to you, because you were able to reflect her back to her. Yeah. When you said, I'm struggling, I'm doing the same thing, she heard that and she was able to connect to it. Very powerful, I mean, I can't share that. I can't say I struggle with the computer because I don't, and I never did. So I can't have that relatability in this particular aspect. I can relate about other people sharing, to say when some,
but that goes back to what you had said about when narcissists think that everything mirrors them and is a reflection back to them. I sort of feel like that. So I guess I'm a little narcissistic.
We have to be a little bit of narcissistic. We have to be. If we aren't.
I'm sorry, but this is so funny because okay, what do you think? Only narcissists do that?
Yeah.
Well, come on.
In other words, Beena's saying, just wait for that Beena smack to come down now. Come on, Donna. Kapow! Come on, Donna.
I'm ready. Wait, let me sit up for it.
This is so funny because you are saying that.
Yes.
Really. This is funny because you are saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with Donna. I agree with Beena. It's hilarious when you say it. From somebody else, no, but from you, because you're so the opposite of a narcissist. Because you're so the opposite of a narcissist. I'm so ridiculous.
Do you see reflections of myself in lots of situations? I learned.
But Donna, not only narcissists do that.
Wow.
Yes, they also do that, but in that particular way. But of course, we all do that.
They do it inappropriately.
So,
You do it
Yes.
appropriately. That's the difference.
oh,
Yeah.
They get lost in it.
like the outcome of it
Yeah.
is different.
Oh yeah.
I'm not quite there yet.
And the intent of doing it.
Oh,
They
the
want to prove
intent.
that they're superior. They want to prove that, oh, I'm getting approval. You want to do it because you want to learn and grow. Very different intent. Very different end result. Yeah, they only
You told me
confirm
that
their own nonsense.
before, and it flies out. I have this thing about. I think that would be like for me. That would be like the
Yeah.
ultimate yuck is to
Yeah.
be to
Yes.
have that be an awful truth about myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're just a narcissist.
No.
What?
Oh,
Look at that face. Ah, that face was so precious. Let me see if I can get it right. What? Oh, that was just,
Oh, that
I
was
gotta get the justice to that precious face.
okay, okay.
Horror of it.
Okay, on a serious note.
Yeah.
Yes.
Donna and Sil was saying that Beena, we need to practice capital H hearing, not only on capital L listening also, not only to others but to ourselves also. And he was making a point that okay, we need to be really, really, really careful about what we are saying and what we are actually projecting outside in the world. And he has a valid reasons for that. But I said, and I said, sometimes we do get caught up into an immersion bubble of what other people are saying. And I said, yes, we do that. What else? Because there are so many things in life which I have never experienced. How can I connect with when someone is sharing their experiences and they want to okay, sometimes they need some different perspective on that, and they are sharing, and I'm there, and the person who never had any idea about that experience is a far thing, not even an idea about that. How can I connect to that person if I don't immerse into that bubble of that moment with his or her feeling? So when we do that, when we immerse into that bubble, deliberately immerse into that bubble, we connect to that person without having any experience or idea about the situation or incident or whatever they are going through or they have been through. So, and we do project, of course, when we are immersed into the bubble with someone, we do reflect and receive things. But it's a deliberate effort.
That's the point, deliberate effort.
Yes, and Sil was saying that, Beena, I'm not saying that, but I said, but Sil, how can I not immerse into that bubble? We do create this bubble. it was
You have to connect. Yeah,
yes.
to a certain degree, you have to connect. And
But
that's like, I feel like my divine self must have said, your earthly experience is going to be involved with a lot of different things so that you connect with a lot of different people. And you're going to utilize that from a universal perspective to be able to have that connection and assist other people with their awareness.
Yes.
That's my conclusion.
So from where this narcissist idea came in?
It's to connect to understand the narcissist. That's where it came in from. Because Donna asked the question earlier. But Donna, you asked that very earnestly earlier.
I did.
But how do they do this? So that's where it comes from, Donna. It is that intent to understand narcissism. And it is a necessary thing to understand because it's so foreign to our minds that we need to understand the fullness of the human experience. For angels, narcissism is an impossible idea. And that's what we're here for, to understand the fullness of the human experience, including narcissists. Yeah. That's something.
Oh, yes.
Very exciting.
So, I have to make a decision about this house in about an hour.
I thought it's decided already.
No. He showed it to people on Friday, and then he was going to choose who he felt would be the best tenant for the house. And he just left me a message.
And he said what in an hour?
If you're interested, give me a call.
Oh, and are you?
Yeah. The house is, what's unique about it that I enjoy is the whole backside faces the yard and it's all windows. So like Sherry said with the light, And it's got
Wow.
tons of windows
Wow.
and light.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
So you
pretty
can
cool. And so for
observe
me, the
Riley
backyard,
playing.
I literally, what?
You can observe
I'm sorry?
Riley playing in the yard. Yeah.
Exactly. That would bring me great joy.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. And to be connected to the world.
Right. I can look out and see the trees and the grass and
Yeah. Very important. Very important to have a connectivity to the
it's
world.
the house is flipped. The family room is in the back of the house and the bedrooms are in the front.
A sensible house.
Yeah, right?
A sensible house. Yeah.
It's very unique.
Very nice.
So I learned a lot from Sherry talking about the house. And do I feel as though I could get a bigger house? Sure, I could get any house that I wanted to get. Do I deserve it? Yeah, but like for me, that's where the what's appropriate for me.
Yes.
What do I feel as though I want? Do I want a bigger house at this moment? Do I feel that that's appropriate? The size of the house is not that big, but I feel like it's appropriate for where I am right now.
Yes. In this time of the power pause with the COVID, smaller, tighter cave spaces that protect and keep our bubbles tight are appropriate. They absolutely are. I feel I'm in my little cave here and it's appropriate, this tightness. That's why Sherry's a little bit concerned with the big house, because she is moving from a tight, cozy space that keeps her together to that space. But she's only going to use the upstairs, not the downstairs. So, yeah.
But I feel as though there's an ability to harness your energy body and to ground the connectedness no matter what the external.
Oh, absolutely. That's a skill we want to learn, to have that independence of being. Oh, absolutely. So that's
the Moreness program I want to get into. Exactly. Right? We're going to get into that?
Oh, absolutely. You're going to help create it. That's how much you're going to get into it. That's how much you're going to get into it. You're going to really, really get into it, because when we create it, then you really see it from the inside, the outside, always. So we're going to do it and create it. Yeah.
Yes, Dave Timmons. Oh, that's so funny. That just was so Dave Timmons, because in my corporate world, he used to all the time. Not only are you going to train the other managers, Donna, you're going to write the training program.
There you go. You're gonna create how to train them, and you're gonna train yourself all at the same time.
Exactly. He was doing that to me all the time.
Love it. Go Dave. Go Dave. Oh, I'm so looking forward to you working with Dave. Truly. I don't want to cue it and say it, but I do.
Okay. Well, the other day I already connected with him on Facebook, right? Beena? I connected with my old friend Dave. It'll be cool when you guys get to meet him. Yeah. Okay. So he gives me his Gmail address and I think his phone number. And when the moment's right, I will connect with him. And I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, there was somebody else that came up as a friend request, Dave Timmons. But instead of it being, it's Dave Timmons Facebook, another one. But it doesn't have a picture. So I went on it to see who this Dave Timmons was, and there's nothing there. So it's like, yes, universe, I haven't forgotten. I'm going to connect already.
There you go.
It was such a reminder. It was like,
there you go.
Oh,
there you go.
Slap.
There you go.
Keep going on this.
You said when the time is right. Wasn't that the universe letting you know the time is right now?
Yeah, but I know. Sometimes I fight the universe. I'm aware of that. I know.
What did you say? Sometimes I fight the universe. Yes, that's the point. Our independent streak sometimes doesn't like the idea that we are a little bit subservient to the universe. But hey, you gotta get with the program. So
Donna, how you do this?
What's that?
How you do this every single time, and you have something to know more about? You create a bubble. I'm using this analogy of making bubbles. You create a bubble and blow it out, and then if you are really interested, you immerse into that. It is like you are actually floating in that bubble, and suddenly everything just coming into that, and you got it, and you receive, and you connect, and you share, and boom! Like every single question in your life, no matter how mundane it is. It is just like that you blow that bubble, and then you actually travel into that, and someone just, the universe brings someone, and you both just dance around in that bubble, share energy and exchange, and then boom, solve. And you're saying that, oh, you're a narcissist. No, it is like it is you're actually deliberately you're doing. I don't know how I'm using this analogy, but yes, every single time you say that, oh, I've been talking about you, I've been thinking about it, and we say, oh, Donna, we are stalking you. But yes, it happens like that. That whenever you have an intent for something to know about, to you are feeling curious about, you got that answer really quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Donna,
I do.
Donna's
And
Like
incredible.
the
like
other
like
thing that's
again,
happening,
sharing.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
And the other thing is the moreness of me, just like both of you, you pull it out of me,
Yeah.
and then at some point we're able to pull it out of other people,
Yes.
but we are aware that it's happening.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then I made a point of saying that because it was really important for my moreness self to say it, not for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But her point of thank you, Donna. No, no, no. Thank you. That
All
was
about.
us talking.
Yep.
That was us. That was a collaborative,
Yep.
connected
Yep.
moreness connecting at a whole different level.
Yep.
And it's really important that people see that about themselves.
Yes.
How it works, I don't know.
It's magic.
I
It's the
don't
magic
know.
of earnestness. The magic of earnestness. It pulls things from us. It leverages us. Earnestness is a truly magical power. An incredible thing.
The whole conversation with Sherry answered my questions, but also answered her questions, and it was total collaboration. And then when I was in the flow, my words aren't really mine, and I have to like get them out very quickly right then. And I'd like to be able to, and I'm working on this, when that flow comes, to condense it
Yeah.
to the key points, and it'll come, I feel, with time.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to get it
Oh,
out
yeah.
now and practice
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you know, and then when you come in, Sil, and you say, let me kind of condense and be a little more concise, you hit it right. And so that helps me
Yes.
because I then go back and say, wow, I said all that to make this point.
Yeah.
So
That's
again,
needed.
collaboration, unity,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
that for me is what life is all about. That's
Right.
what I'm creating for my life, Beena, is that.
Yes.
It's a deliberate intent on creating this city of love, nobilia, at least in my world.
Yes. 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 You said something very important, Donna, that you need to get it out. For me, I spent plenty time getting it out first in order to be able to condense
Mm,
all that tons of content that I have. I mean, ask
right.
you know how much. That was me getting it out, getting it out, getting it out, right? So I wrote it all out, and I had these year-long conversations, literally, you know, day in and day out, from waking up to going to sleep, one just a conversation all day long, and that was getting it out, getting it out, getting it out. So yeah, it does this. It's
And
a
to your
process.
point, Beena, do you remember in the beginning where I was overwhelmed and thought I was a little cuckoo crazy? It happened so much, what you're talking about? Do you remember that? It was not comfortable for me, having that awareness that it was happening. Well, it was.
That what was happening? Sorry.
When I didn't understand there was a moreness to me.
Ah.
And when what happened that Beena just described, where the immersion into the bubble, to be able to connect. And if I have questions, I literally can ask the universe the question in very quickly. And now it's almost like immediately. The answers come through people or scenarios or whatever. When that happens so much, I know you helped me a lot, and you know, I expressed that I didn't understand what that was, and it freaked me out. And like we were talking about the bipolar, I mean, really, that's not really a joke. It's kind of,
Oh, it's very
there's
true.
a lot of people that are diagnosed with mental illnesses that don't have mental illnesses, in my
Exactly.
point of view.
Oh, I agree. And that's that old R.D. Lang point that I shared with you, his book. That's what he's saying. They're just on the forefront of expanding and expanding the boundaries of consciousness. They are like these explorers, and so they are encountering the unknown and the difference. But he says they are a great boon. They are the forefront of evolution.
Can you imagine if you took Wave of Impeccability into some rehab facilities and some mental wards?
Oh, when Randall came, he'd come out of two programs, and one of them was this 2 months long thing. It's a nationwide program. It's like the best program in the country. It's down in Tucson. I forget the name of it, but you pay a fortune for it anyway. He said, "Oh my goodness," he was so irritated that he got so little value out of it. And and he said, "Yes, if you can take this," and he actually wanted to connect. He tried to connect me to one of their facilitators or therapists,
Really?
whoever. Yeah, yeah, but he couldn't.
Interesting.
He couldn't get a hold of the guy. So yeah, he just said, "Man, this would just blow that whole place up like crazy." So yeah,
Well, they're already receptive. They're already tuned in. All
exactly.
you're doing is giving them an explanation of the
What they're
craziness and
doing.
shifting it from crazy to magical.
Exactly, exactly.
What a life changer that would be for those
Oh
people.
yeah, oh yeah, and that's what freaked Randall out. He said that when I pointed out to him, this thing of where they focus on fixing the problems and you entrench it, he's like, yeah, duh, and it just all fell into place. So yeah, it would be huge in that environment. Absolutely, absolutely. And he recognized it coming out of it, as a patient, and he came to us being suicidal. And then he was just like blown away at the magic of that. He was very excited about this. And he brought the point up, not me. I didn't bring it up. He brought up how that this needs to be there. Yeah, it was very exciting. He saw what you just saw. Oh, it was very exciting to see that. Yeah, yeah. Very magical. But
I
I'm
saw that
keen
a
to see
while
it in the
ago.
corporate world. That Donna bringing it to corporate. This to me is even more exciting. Than you won't have mental homes. Treat the root cause. People end up in the mental situations because they don't have a happy corporate situation, which is exactly Randall. They don't have their work, their home, their life. They don't have a culture that has impeccability in the culture. If that was there, then they wouldn't end up where Randall did. Not that it was a mental home, but it was a therapy institution. Okay, suicidal, you could say is mental, but not really, of course. You know, even though he was
I,
for real
I'm
mental,
gonna
suicidal.
I'm gonna say something about suicide. I didn't listen to that. I'm gonna be really real here about something.
No, I'm listening.
Sometimes, the situation with my brother, and I think I've shared this with you
Mhm.
about the person on the floor that died. It like literally being me. And I'm
Wow.
trying to step back from that, from a
No.
look at it from a bigger perspective, because
Yeah. Yeah. I
I'm trying
love
to
this.
look at that from the abstract.
Yeah. Yeah. Donna said this a couple times, Beena. She shared with me. She feels like she's the one who's died, and she's basically now like in a sort of a ghost logic, where you're in the spirit realm and you're reliving your things, your life, in order to make sense of things. Right, Donna? Am I paraphrasing it accurately?
Yeah, that's the traditional view that sometimes that's what people do. But my purpose must have been different.
Yeah.
Or it's almost like there was something about a scenario that I immersed myself in that went awry, or I don't know.
Oh, there you go. That makes sense. You never said that before. Finish the thought. That you tested out a certain logic and a certain bubble, and you got caught up in it, and then you didn't have the emergency of the surface to pull yourself out.
Exactly, Donna. This is
Yeah,
what I was feeling when you said that
yeah, yeah,
right
Right,
now.
yeah,
right.
Because sometimes when people are so earnest and they are really genuinely immerse themselves into that bubble. Yes, it could be deliberate and it could not necessarily all the time. But when we do really caught up into that and all our awareness tap into that immersion bubble, it's really not easy to get out of it completely.
right. So you
Part of
really,
us,
yeah,
our awareness is
yeah,
still there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, let's say you wanted to explore and understand suicide from your angel self. Ooh, let me go into this. You really go into it, and then you end up committing it because that's how you really understand it. You know, you didn't have to go all the way though. You could have pulled out this bit, but it's when we get lost in emotion bubbles. Very powerful. Very powerful. So for me, I would say one of your soul tasks or lessons, it's to learn to manage, really exquisitely manage emotion bubbles. Deliberate emotion, not to avoid emotion, which is being, there are times when you want to avoid it, which is knowing where the event horizon is, right? But there are other times when you're deliberately going into it, but not get lost in it.
But I think Beena's point of my awareness is still there matters.
Oh, yeah, it's the same point, isn't it? At least I thought it was the same point.
It feels differently to me.
Oh,
It feels
interesting.
like somehow I have to go back into that
Yes,
bubble
yes,
and
yes.
pull
This is
my
what I was.
awareness
Yeah.
out
Mm.
and bring it back to me so that I'm
Yes.
whole. And these aren't the right words, but I'm doing the best I can. So that I'm whole, so that
Yes.
I go back to my angel self. And then in moving forward, I have all the energy I need. And there's no holes. I'm filled up with
Yeah.
the awareness is back with me. Everything is back with me that I can deliberately go then into
Yes.
immersing into bubbles, but I also have the power to get myself out.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like I went too far in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, how magical you are. You were
Oh, yes.
thinking about something,
Oh,
and
yes.
and the universe actually pulled out every perspective from here and there, and it condensed it and presented to you. Like,
Fantastic.
see, Donna, this is what you were looking for. Here it is.
Fantastic. Absolutely
Mhm.
magical.
Oh,
Fantastic. Wow. Wow. And when you know also as a self proof that if you do get lost in a bubble, now that you're going back to it, you know that you can retrieve yourself from that losingness after the fact. Not only do you want to have deliberate bubble emotion where you can pull yourself out at the time, but also develop the skill to retroactively pull yourself out, which gives you an extra confidence. See what I mean?
No, I gotta.
Okay, so you want to develop the skill of going into a bubble and not getting lost in it. That's one skill. The second skill is to develop the skill of when you have gotten lost in it, maybe sometimes you want to say, okay, I want to go through this experience fully, but I'm not going to truly get lost because I know I can come back afterwards and retrieve myself from it. Second skill.
Yes, but that's second skill I feel like I have to do. I
Correct,
have to do that.
correct. You have to learn that skill. Absolutely. Yes, it's a very important
For
skill.
one, it's a one scenario. There's a particular bubble that I went into and my awareness is still stuck there. And I have to go back and retrieve it. And I
Correct.
don't know how to do that.
Ah, well,
I don't know how to do that.
No.
Now I can sit here right now at 90% of me and deliberately go into immersion bubbles with true confidence now that I know who I am and pull
yes.
myself out of it so I can
Yes.
can connect with people. But I
Yes.
can't do it 100% because there is an awareness stuck in some type of bubble that I got too far in that an angel part of me should not have gotten involved in. And for whatever reason, that's why I feel like instead of experiencing the desire of suicide, the hopelessness, maybe I like literally did it where I wasn't supposed to.
Correct.
I
Yep.
was only supposed to,
Yeah.
feel the hopelessness
Yeah.
and go into it with the really situations that were horrid and get desperate, but I wasn't supposed to do it.
Right.
And so now that awareness is stuck somewhere and I need to learn to go get it.
Right. But this what you are doing now. Being aware of what you did is the retrieval process. This what you are doing now is retrieving it. It's the start. The more you become more aware of what it is, the more you're able to retrieve it.
The more I become aware of what it is, that it
Correct. The it of the lost emotion of going too far, the overcommitment to the emotion. That's the it that you have to understand. I overcommitted. I overdid. What actually happened is I overcommitted. I actually did it. I made a decision at some point, which was as a consequence of the emotion and forgetting that it was an emotion. The game became real, in other words. You got so caught up in the bubble that you manifested the reality and made it happen, as opposed to it just being like an experiment. So it's the awareness that is the way to retrieve it. By being aware of what it was, that's how you retrieve it. Because how can you retrieve what you're not aware of?
But if I was aware of it, why am I not able to vocalize it?
You weren't aware of it then, that's why, but you're aware now, and you're getting more and more aware now. Now we're just at the starting point of awareness. We're kind of looking at the beginner's overview, so it's getting more and more detailed about it, and really fully getting into it and accepting it as a reality and so on. So there's a lot of work to do in this, in terms of owning it. I mean, there may be the fear of looking back into it carefully that it would happen again.
It won't happen again because I know who I am and I didn't have that
Exactly.
awareness before.
Exactly. And that's what needs to be fully owned first, so that you can go back. You know it can't be, but you know there's that 100% self-proof thing, you know, that we want to have it fully proven to ourselves. So you know it's all interrelated, you know, the self-owning and the doing and the learning and the growing of the impeccability, to say, for me to go back there, I need to have this way of impeccability, my own impeccability, my own sensibility, my own owning of my own self, my own independence of being. I need to have this fully integrated and together. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Very cool.
My brother's has 3 children. And when he died, we went to Texas, and I shared with you that my concern and my intent was to take care of those children. And when they were 18, I reached out, and because of circumstances, I didn't do it before. And there wasn't really too much of a reciprocation, so I let it be. I stalked them.
Brilliant.
I stalked them on Facebook, and the oldest his name is Brian. I have a nephew named Brian, and I was married to a Brian. Yeah. And he went into the armed forces, so I don't see much of him on the Facebook. And the oldest daughter is Michelle, and then the youngest is Stacy, and they're on Facebook quite a bit. And Michelle just had a baby, and she was posting pictures of the baby and such. And I felt the pressure, the higher self pressure of trying again with Michelle. So I sent her a message, and I let her know I had these pictures. And I was hesitant because of the circumstances that surrounded, her mom and dad's death.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if she was in a space, but something told me she was in a space to see it as a joyous versus something that would bring her sadness.
Yeah. Wow.
It was so magical because I went into it feeling that, just knowing that. So her response was literally what I said, I hope she sees this as joy and uses this for, her stepping stone into her home family, blah, blah, blah. And when she responded back, she almost used the identical words. Oh, this is so magical. Thank you so much. And I'm starting my own family. And I'm like, wow, okay, cool. Thank you. That attunement was there, and alignment and discernment. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. So she said, please send them. So I so I said, great, I'll send them to you. So I went and cleaned them up and got them out of the garage. Packaged them all up, and there's a lot of them, brought them to the post office, and handed them to the lady. She goes, it'll be $30, whatever, to send them. I'm like, great. She goes, oh, wait, there's a problem. And I'm like, okay, here we go. What's the problem? And she said, I don't have that address in my system as how did she put it? A viable address.
Yes.
Now,
yes,
just even her choice of words, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
So I'm like, a viable
No.
address, huh?
No.
And so I went back to Michelle and I said, I tried to send it to you, but they said that wasn't a viable address. And she's like, well, that's weird. That's where I live.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you see the moreness of this whole thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Always
So,
there's magic. Yeah. Wow.
there's always more. And hang on, I have to read her message and
Oh, yeah, please,
pay
please.
close attention to the words.
Yes. Yes. I love
This is gonna
details.
be something.
You too, Beena, right? The details are magical. Yes. Hello, Beena.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Ah, yes. Oh, yes. 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 I have a stolen moment in between times. I love stolen moments in the between times. I love them. All right, we're listening,
All right,
Donna. We're listening. We
so
love the details, by the way. We love them. We love
do
them.
you?
Oh, yes.
Aw.
Yeah. Beena, do you like the details?
Of course.
I always
Especially
feel
about
I feel selfish in doing this. I just really
No, we
I'm
love,
trying to get
love,
over that.
love,
Okay.
love details.
So I put, hello, Michelle. Many years ago, I secured photo albums from your home in Texas, thinking one and or all of you three, Michelle, Stacy, and Brian, may at some point want them. There is at least a half a dozen albums, and I have been storing them with the intent of reaching out when the timing felt appropriate. If you would please let me know if you want them and or if you would like to check with Stacy or Brian, perhaps they would. If anyone wants them, I can send them anywhere you'd like. Have had them a very long time and have hesitated on contacting any of you about them because I would not want to bring sadness with my inquiry. I just felt like it was a good time now to reach out since you all seem like you are so happy and in a good space and may receive my inquiry as intended, perhaps as something you would receive as an unexpected gift of joy that would bring joy to your hearts.
Wow, beautiful.
So then
You did reveal in there that you were stalking them, by the way.
they have to accept my friend request so they know I'm stalking them.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So she sent me one back and said, this is unbelievable. You can't even begin to imagine the joy this brings me.
Oh.
The opportunities to see these pictures would be amazing. I spoke with Stacy about you reaching out and she was in tears, happy tears, because we have nothing from that chapter of our lives.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Brian is a tad more difficult to get a hold of. However, I'm positive he would be over the moon.
Wow.
People don't write, right? Okay. So
Nope.
if you wouldn't mind parting ways or even scanning copies, we would be eternally grateful.
Wow.
Eternally
what a beautiful
grateful.
person. What a beautiful person.
Right?
I'm hearing
I
Donna.
know it's,
I'm hearing Donna. This is Michelle, right?
yeah, this is his oldest.
Yeah. Wow.
I know it's hard not really knowing us all too well, but thank you. This really means the world to me, especially starting my own family. Having these connections and memories makes my heart smile. Oh my word.
Wow.
I hope you and your family are doing well. Please stay safe. With love, Michelle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
What a magical person.
Unbelievable. Wow. So are you still, do you need to send them or you haven't sent them yet now?
No, she just gave me the new address, so I have to get them in the mail.
Okay. Because sometimes, like I had it in my old thing, the address that I registered with them with, or they have in their system, it's like comma, period, unit B, right? And if you don't have it exactly right, they don't accept it. They're getting really fiddly with it. If you still have a problem with the address, ship it UPS.
Okay.
UPS
Well, I will get these to them no matter what.
Yeah, UPS is just a lot more flexible, and if it's such a big package, then the pricing isn't going to save much on the post office. Post office saves you on small things, bigger packages, no. So, Yeah, and it gets
I
there
just
quicker.
wanted to share that. Isn't that a cool thing?
That's unbelievable.
That kind of
That's
goes to what you were
unbelievable.
talking about, Beena. That was just a manifestation of what you were talking about. So I thought I would share that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you hear something else in all of this, Beena? That
I feel that new Donna is talking
yes,
inside what's her name, Michelle?
Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
more letters to
another
the
Donna.
alphabet. There's another 4 letters added, right? BMS and then the baby's name. He didn't say what that was. So right, Brian, Michelle, Stacy, and then
Yeah.
the baby.
Hmm.
Oh,
So
I don't
four
know
more.
the
Yes.
baby's name off the top of my head.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But it's 4 more letters to the alphabet.
Yeah.
The alphabet's growing. Right. But I mean,
It's incredible how much
yes,
his
yes.
children look like my children.
Now,
And the names and the whole thing. Yeah.
oh, there's more. I wanted to make one quick point. I want to go into that more in a moment. Uh, I heard something very important. I heard Donna is not an angel.
Hmm.
Hmm. Now, how does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing as I can't possibly say something negative. How does this make sense? If Donna's not an angel, what has she got to be?
Divine being, divine Donna. That's
Goddess.
it.
Exactly. Exactly. Donna's a goddess, not an angel. You
How
create
things
reality,
are
Donna.
just.
You create reality. It's unbelievable to me how you create reality.
If I create reality and I was so in a bubble of you can't believe, then I have to take responsibility for that reality I created.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
That whole thing with
Yes.
Brian and Amanda, and
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep.
I'm aware.
Yep.
It
Yep.
sucks.
But also,
Sorry, Beena.
no,
So
no,
sorry.
no. But Donna,
So sorry. Unreal. So sorry.
No. I was just imagine that when someone say, "Oh, you're a goddess," and you said, "Oh, yes, I'm aware of it," and then you said, "Yeah," like
Yeah. Let me tell you what that's really about.
so fantastic.
the real goddess. Yes.
Right. Let me give you the real one.
No,
Well, I'll get
no.
serious.
There's a problem with
Exactly.
being a
Oh, I
goddess.
really-
There's a problem with being a goddess, but not remembering you're a goddess.
Yeah.
And that where we talked about the complexity underlying the simplicity. As a goddess,
Exactly.
you have
That's why I came out
incredibly
today.
inscrutable, complex, compounded, exquisite finesse, reasons, and motivations, right? To
Right.
divine what those are, you need to divine them. That's why the word is there. You have to divine them, to figure it out. It's quite a deal. You have to intuit it, to divine an understanding. It's a very different process to just coming to an understanding, to figuring something out, to divine something. Very big difference. You have to have your intuition. You have to be open to more. You have to have that capital R, all caps receptivity of Sophie. So to divine the motivations and logics and understandings and rationales of your goddess self, this is a mighty, mighty, mighty challenge.
Hmm. Hmm.
You do things for the incredible, incredible reasons of universal goodness and awesomeness, and for really profound reasons of understanding, wanting to absolutely know, of self proof, of self confirmation, of knowing it from the inside out, really, really knowing things. This is an incredible motivation you have. Those are goddess motivations. I see it all the time in what you do. An incredible thing. Absolutely incredible. Something else. Something else. Very sobering deal. There's a difference between being an angel and being a goddess. Very big difference. I don't know if angels can become goddesses and goddesses can become angels. This I don't know. I suspect it's possible. That, you can choose to be whatever. But I think some are happy being angels and don't want to be goddesses. But some, like Donna, take on that extra profound responsibility of being a goddess. This I feel in the depths of my soul, that everything I see your Moreness, you have that goddess mindset of taking it all the way to the end, of taking on more, of taking on that total depth and fullness of everything. That's goddess mindset. Angel mindsets are a little different, much simpler. They don't get as complex. They don't take on as much. Angels kind of are here to help and learn. Goddesses are here to help and learn and do and shift and change and understand and reimagine everything. New universes, new worlds, very different mindset and a lot. Very different.
All I know is I've had to go to some pretty dark spaces to accomplish what I came here to accomplish.
Precisely. Precisely. Precisely.
That's all I know for sure.
Precisely. Precisely. This is goddess logic. This is goddess logic. Because you have to go to those dark spaces to understand. If you don't
To be able
understand,
to shift it to the universal purpose.
exactly.
Because I can't talk and connect with people on a universal level like I'm going to have to at some point.
Precisely.
Without having experienced it firsthand. I would be fake. And
Exactly.
I wouldn't, even if I wanted to do it, I couldn't do it.
Exactly. 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 You cannot create realities if you don't understand the fullness of the entirety of the toolbox and the palette and all the materials at hand. You have to understand it. This is why understanding the BMNs is so important. Understanding narcissism. So I'm sorry to say it, Donna, but we're going to have to do the BMN course together. And it's very different to the book. The course that I'm busy making right now, the exercises and the whole focus is very different. And yes, it was difficult to put it into the book. There isn't a space for it. But the rationale in the book is to not get lost in that emotion bubble, to shift out of it, to see the compassion, to see the overview perspective, to come to a point of understanding, to say, how can I prevent myself being immersed in this bubble? I'm very acutely aware of this in the construction of the program. It's a very big deal. Very big deal.
You do see how it was going in that direction, though,
Yes.
in our group
Exactly.
initially.
Oh, that's why I got out of it. Exactly. Oh yeah. And I was always cautious of it and wary of it. So yes, I did it because people asked me to, but that's why I didn't want to do it. It needs the appropriate forum. And just reading it wasn't enough. That's why I stopped doing it. Yeah, it was helpful to people, and they still comment sometimes. Oh, we got a lot out of that. But yeah, just a little touch was enough. That was enough. But when you do it in the course, because of the tasks, I'm shifting the tasks very specifically to shift them to a perspective shifting where you're pulling out the magic, you're pulling out the more, you're pulling out the understanding. So I will definitely leverage this goddess perspective. Absolutely, more and more.
What is, from your perspective, the difference between a goddess and an angel?
The one creates reality. The other one simply is in reality and is doing its best it can to be in the reality. So they are being, and yes, they are there to an angel. Is their purpose is being, and through being, they make a difference in the world, but they don't create the reality itself underlying. They simply are looking to make the best of whatever the reality happens to be, and to
Yes.
bring awareness and beingness. And this is the main purpose. Whereas as a goddess, it's creating the very fabric of how that comes about. They are paradigm implementers, is what a goddess does. An angel doesn't necessarily shift the paradigm. They just do according to the paradigm, right? They're experiencing, they're being, they are
So,
sharing light and awareness, but they don't create the system. Beena?
uh, is- I'm just trying to understand this. Correct me if I'm wrong. That the difference between goddess and an angel being is that goddesses or goddess have the ability to choose
Yeah.
and create.
Correct.
And angels are, they have the ability to be in that situation or circumstances or reality where they are without choice.
Yeah.
Hmm? Or
Yeah. Well,
ability.
to put it with experience, an angel can choose
Hmm.
how to experience. They cannot choose the experience.
Hmm.
They can't create the experience itself. They can choose how to react to the experience, but it's not up to them to create the circumstances around them. That's that reality creation. Yes, within a certain context, we can shift the details of the parameters, but we can't change the entire paradigm. See, so we can do local little bit of fiddling, and yes, we can manifest things and materialize things, but we can't change the whole system. A goddess can change the whole system.
So
The
let me
order of
ask something.
magnitude.
If you have people that are goddesses, for example, and they're unaware they're goddesses, but they're actually creating realities with their thoughts and they're not even aware that they're
Yeah,
doing it. Plus
yeah,
the outside, okay, I'm going to go fast. So the outside external world, there is beings that know that they're goddesses and the power that they could have should they become aware of the fact that they're a goddess, and they deliberately send energy being via the thoughts and dialogue they have with these people to derail them from fully being aware and embracing their goddess like abilities. So it is more than saying a goddess has the ability to create reality. There's like a war going on. It's
yeah,
not it's not as though a goddess is out there, ooh, I'm a goddess and I have this power and I'm going
yes,
to create a mansion and the man of my dreams and all this worldly stuff, because you're not given that power for personal agendas, you're given it for
there you go.
universal agendas. So the alignment has to be with the universal purpose of why you're here. Now there's other people out there, beings, whatever it might be, that know they can energetically feel that you have that potential to be that goddess, and they're going to do whatever they can so that you do not become aware.
Yes, 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 Donna. You answered so many questions right there. You answered so many questions that you've been asking right there. Yes, Donna, yes, Donna, yes, Donna, yes, Donna. That was an incredible elucidation. That was incredible. That made sense of your whole life for me right there. It made sense of your whole life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow,
The
wow.
entities, beings that may at some level be aware that you have the potential for a universal power to shift paradigms and create new realities, they are not necessarily aware, and
Correct.
they're not deliberate in their intent to be malicious or evil. They just have some intuitive
Instinct.
knowing that you're different, and it is intimidating
Correct.
and it
Correct.
is
Yeah.
troublesome. So
Yeah. Creates fear in
their
them.
response to that is to either put you down in a way, with words and dialogue, or avoid is another very big one altogether, or to um, but there are some that are deliberate in their
Yes,
awareness.
they
There are
are.
some that have an awareness energetically and know exactly what's going on, that the
Yeah.
world doesn't operate the way we think it does,
Yeah.
and they are energetic beings, and they are aware when they feel the energy body of another,
Yeah.
and they will deliberately
Oh, yeah.
do what they need to do to dim that light, create scenarios where you feel you're crazy.
Yeah.
um yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So the only mechanism in place for somebody that's in that situation is discernment.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Once you know you're divine, whether it's an angel or whether it's a goddess, there is no hierarchy to it. It's just the
No,
difference
no.
in purpose.
Exactly.
Just a
Exactly.
difference in purpose. And they're all
Exactly.
necessary and they're all
Exactly.
crucial.
Exactly. It's a choice. It's a choice, not a hierarchy. It's
Right.
a choice. Exactly.
It's a choice.
Exactly.
So, and they're all needed. We couldn't all be
Exactly.
angels. We couldn't
Exactly.
all be
Exactly.
goddesses.
Exactly.
But once
Shift.
that choice, yeah, it has been, it has, it's more than people say, well, through positive thoughts, you create your own reality. It's more than that.
Oh yeah.
And when you create reality, and when I created the whole scenario of Brian and Amanda, and I created from a young age my scenario, even with my mom and dad and all that, to recognize that you created that and the outcome of that and how that impacted people you love's life, that's the awful truth that I haven't been able to
Yeah.
come to.
Yeah.
That's the awful truth I didn't want to acknowledge.
Yeah. But it's a magical truth, not an awesome truth.
It
Not an
is a
awful. It's an
magical truth.
awesome. It's an awesome truth. Yeah.
There are no awful truths, but
Exactly.
it's not, it is magical, but sometimes magic has some things that are difficult.
Yeah. Oh
There
yeah.
can be
Oh yeah.
difficulty in
Oh
magic,
yeah.
so it's kind of a difficult one,
Right. So when you undertake to be a goddess, when you make that choice, it's not a permanent thing. We can switch between them, right? It's a choice. Choice of let's say we're playing this game. I'm going to play the game as a player. I'm going to play it as an angel. I'm going to play it as a goddess. Huh? That's a huge choice to make that choice. But when we do choose that what goes hand in hand with that choice to be a goddess
How
is
can you shift?
necessity for ruthlessness. Sorry,
How
Beena.
can you shift once you are aware and you have that?
How do you mean? I'm not following you.
No, I don't get it.
you
That
just made this statement. Yeah, you just made a statement that you can shift out of
yes,
making the choice of being a goddess or an angel. And I'm with Beena. I had that exact same question.
Right.
Help us with that.
Or because you have in the super huge greater scheme of things, right, where we are just whatever energy beings, and we choose to come and be a goddess, we choose to be an angel. When we go back to that, we can say, okay, this time around I'm going to choose to be an angel, and we can at any time come out of this and start again, or just get to the next game, and say, okay, I'm
how?
going to do this different.
How?
That's through awareness, through being outside of the immersion bubble of the reality that we're in now. That's how, when we
Uh,
pop out of this bubble. And
Still, you can choose to you can deliberately choose to not get into that creating mode.
correct,
Yes,
correct,
but awareness is there. Once you are aware, so you
right.
cannot take it back or wipe it out. No,
Well, I'm not
if a
saying you can
person is a
cancel your
goddess
creation, right?
and they practice it, they choose to practice it. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm using the word practice. It might not be appropriate, but okay, just assume that a person aware that she is a goddess or he is a goddess. Okay, whatever the words are, and then and they practice somehow that okay they create reality for themselves or for others.
Mhm.
They cannot go back to an angel mood because they are aware and they have practiced this. How can you just unlearn this reality now? Yes, you cannot choose. Okay, I don't want to practice this. That's it. Again, it is more difficult than to create, really, than to create it. It's far more difficult to not create, to not get into that
Oh, it's
energy
difficult.
again.
Yes, absolutely. I can see that it can be difficult. But when you think of the space where you're coming from, where you were coming from the point of complete and utter total freedom and independence of being and power, in that space, you can do anything. You can
Yes,
choose
but
to do anything.
you can't go back to an angel. Not back to, but yes, you cannot go into angel mode
Why not?
once you are aware. No, I don't think so. That yes, you can only choose to not create, do not get into that creating mood. Yes, but you cannot be an angel again, like losing an ability which you have already. okay, if
No,
you
but
have
you may
you
definitely want to choose to have a simpler life, because that ability is a function of profound responsibility. And you can say, okay,
and
I did the responsibility thing. It's too much for me. I don't want to do it. I want to chill. I want to just be a simpler
so
and
you
simpler.
don't want to practice that, okay? It's a
But once you
that
practiced it enough,
what
and
is
you
you
know how to do it, you see?
one can be a goddess on a snooze mood.
Yeah, yeah, on a snooze mode.
But
Yeah.
cannot be an angel again.
I don't know. I understand your point. It seems impossible, but I think if you've done it long enough and thoroughly enough, you can say it's my choice. I understand it's a choice, and it's a profound responsibility choice. I don't have to choose this.
No, I'm not.
No need for it.
I'm really not getting this. That one can go back to
I think
into the listening.
I think I do. Okay, so I think I do. Let me take it away.
Yes.
Not tell, let me take it away.
Take it away. Take it away. No, but that was appropriate the way you said it. Take it away, Donna. Take it away. Hey, I love it.
Okay.
I love it. It's very appropriate. I love it. I
Oh,
love it.
goodness. All right.
I love it.
So at some point, for example, I take responsibility for making a choice that I was going to experience life to the fullest. And that is every aspect of black, white, gray, and everything in between. So to be able to have profound love, obviously you have to have profound sadness, the power of opposites. So in my life, I chose to experience profound sadness, profound betrayal, profound, the dark, what people consider the dark sides of us. And we all have them, but we make a choice to what level we immerse ourselves in that bubble surrounding that profound, whatever it might be. You have to have that to be able to then look at the light side to see profound love and unconditional love the way in heaven it tends to be. I'm going to use heaven, a global perspective of what that is.
Yes.
Okay.
Real heaven.
So,
Real heaven. Yeah.
Right. So at some point, this soul came into this body and made that choice in this incarnation that these are things that I wanted to experience. And you can call that a goddess-like experience. It's just a title put on it so that your brain can make some sense of it. And so I feel like maybe you're saying, okay, I've experienced all those profound this. I'm ready to experience this. So maybe I have to let go of creating this reality. I've already experienced enough. I take responsibility. I acknowledge that it was a choice and I created those scenarios. And in that creation, I've experienced enough of that side of things that I now can choose to create an experience where I'm experiencing the light side of things instead of immersing in the bubbles of the opposite.
Exactly.
Is that the takeaway? Expression?
Yes. So you can choose to immerse as a creator or as a participant.
Who wouldn't want to do the creator? Well, you have
That's
to
what
be a
Beena's saying.
participant. Okay, but you have to, here's the crux. You have to be a participant to be able to be a creator.
Exactly. And then it's a matter of personal choice. When you've done both, you've done as a participant, as a creator, as an observer, as a bystander, you've done all the variations. Then when you've done them all, you get to choose which one you prefer. And then you can say, oh, my predilection is to be an angel. I don't care for all the responsibility of a creator. Others say, oh, I can't stand, not like Beena. You can hear for Beena, this to be a creator, it's like, oh man, I could see your personal predilection comes into it eventually. But at some point, we have to do what all of the variations in order to experience the fullness of it.
I got
To
it.
really understand humanity, creation, living, life, awareness, all of the stuff, we have to experience it from all the angles. Then we get to choose. That's freedom. When we've experienced it all, we get to choose. I know it seems impossible that we might want to go away from it, but that's only because we haven't experienced the full range. Yes, Beena, I agree with you. Likely it's going to be one of those choices like, how do you not choose impeccability? But I can see there can be a case where, like, I could say, well, you know what, that responsibility,
Well,
you do it. I don't want to.
if you are a creator and if you manifest instantly, it's a huge responsibility, because that means that every single thought
Yeah,
that you experience and feel, what
yeah,
happens to it?
exactly. It
You're
manifests, it
creating it.
materializes. Exactly.
That's a
That's why
huge
we have to be
responsibility.
100%, not exquisite. Exactly. That's a huge responsibility to take on the responsibility to be 100%, not exquisite.
Every single thought.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Big
So
shift.
maybe for some, I can see that they'd be like, well,
Yeah,
I'm good with 90% and
right,
being an
right,
angel.
right. Exactly. And also, I might want to say, hey, I want to experience your reality. See, I want to be a participant in your reality. Let you do the work. I'm just going to chill and hang out in your game.
That would be, you would have to set an intent. That
Yeah,
would be huge trust. Why would you want to do that though?
because I
They're
trust you and I know who you are. I'm happy to be in your game, Donna. Really, I am. I trust you totally and utterly.
I do say I'm creating my city who wants to join me. I do say that a lot.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Same here with Nobelia. Same here. But
I
really,
do
I'm
say that.
happy to say I'm willing to come into your game because I know I can come out of it anytime.
Come out of it every. So that's the part I'm not so sure I know.
Well, I'll come out of it when I die. That's the game. It has a natural end. You get kicked out whether you like it or not. You're building a safety into the game, and the safety is death. But you're forcing yourself to play properly because we don't like dying, and there's a big negative, pressure on not dying. So we force ourselves to play this game properly. And I say, hey, I need to learn to be a little bit all the things that as a participant. I need to be able to accept things coming and their logic and their sensibility. I need that grand receptivity to Donna's logic, to trust as a profound exercise in trust. Am I not really, really learning capital T trust if I play somebody else's game? When we say the universe, I could just well be saying Donna. Same thing. See, that's an incredible way to force yourself to learn trust, to kind of get yourself stuck in a game. Okay, there isn't, you know, you're going to get out eventually, but in the meantime, you kind of forced to play this game properly. So it's either you learn your lesson that you came into it for, or you suffer. It's a very, very magical, profound mechanism for self-leveraging ourselves.
But I don't choose suffering anymore.
Right, but that's why we learn. That's the thing. I don't choose it either. That's why I like to learn. And when we understand that the game is rigged in such a way that if you deliberately choose learning and growing and awareness, you don't suffer, you just have joy. This is a profound lesson we need to learn. So we are learning game creation at the same token. To see how to create games in such a way that the mechanism is there, that you always have the choice not to choose suffering. For you to come to that realization, this is the game is saying, yeah, 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 you get all bonus points and you get showered in game with trophies and loot and stuff when you have an awareness like this. That
Do I
it's
get to come over? Rover, Red Rover, send Donna right over?
exactly you choose not to suffer anymore. Stephanie had that same point in the Esker story, you remember? Where she said, "Why did you choose this life?" And she said, "To I choose the highest learning through suffering." But then later she said to me, "You know what, Sil? I don't choose suffering anymore. I'm done
Right.
with that. I'm done with learning that way. I've done that. I know it. I get it. I'm done with that. I'm not going to choose that path anymore." So she reshifted her intent. Yeah, yeah. And she's doing well. She's been sober for quite a while now. I don't know, couple of months, 6, 7 months, something like that. She's working, where before she got some government money for, mental stuff, but it's not very much. But now she's working at a gas station. She was making posts about how people without masks, and she wears a mask, and they like give her a hard time and stuff like that. She's so sweet, Stephanie. I wish she'd come on. It's really nice for you guys to meet her and for her to meet you. You know, just
If you achieve 100%, that's when the eternal factor comes in.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a big deal. It's a big responsibility, and you know, Donna, your earnest desire to take on profound goodness and willingness to take on responsibility in the light of goodness, this just blows me away day in and day out. Day in and day out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, it might not be that, okay, when I say you're a goddess, it might be that you're you know, like a godling, a goddessling, you know, that you're a trainee goddess. You're learning how to be a goddess.
Yeah, I don't really understand what a goddess is, to be honest. Just
But that's the point, though. But you're if you look at you being in this life as a trainee goddess, or at least you're exploring the possibility of maybe being a goddess. You're not even a trainee yet. You are just looking into what it's going to be to be a trainee. You see what I mean? You're like checking it out. Still, it's the learning that's involved. So to understand what's involved in the goddess mindset, you know, the vision of the city, all that, that's world creation. You know, that's goddess mindset. That's goddess training. You know. So whether you are it or not, it certainly is that there's an element of this training in your existence here. So who knows? We might have taken on a program that trains us to be anything. It's like an all options program. You know, when you went to the video store, the game store, and said, okay, what do I want to learn? I don't know. Just give me the general one that gets me, okay, the whole range, you know, from being human to being, you know, good person, bad person, goddess, angel, the whole lot. You know, there you go. All right. But I see your willingness to take on profound responsibilities of goodness. It's off the charts. Absolutely off the charts. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Really incredible. Oh, come back, Beena. Come back, Beena. I love it when there's an earnest question, an unresolved point. Oh, I just love them. I just love working them through. And then we create these new points of understanding. It is a really profound, magical, awesome thing, right? When we put, like, you put an input, and then I listen. Oh, Donna, that's cool. I say, oh, okay. Then that's like, now I've got a building block, and I build on that, and then you build on my building block, and then we end up creating this new edifice of understanding that we never had before. It's an incredible thing. I just absolutely love it. It's so huge, you know. New points of understanding. I mean, and this idea that we might be, you know, trainee goddesses or goddesses practicing and all of that. Hello, Riley. Hello, Doug. How are you, Riley? How are you, Riley? Hey, quit flashing me, Riley. Quit flashing me. Hello, boy.
there you go.
Hello, boy. Hello, boy. There you go.
Coming out.
There you go. Hello, Riley, dog. Hello. Hello, Riley, dog. Wow. I'm right here, Riley. I'm right here. See? Hello, Riley. There you go. Now you're looking at me. Hello, Riley. Yes. Yes. Hello, Riley. Hello. Hello. Ah, thank you, Riley. Thank you, Riley. Thank you, Riley. Hello, Riley, dog. He saw me. He actually
Yeah, he
looked right at
did.
me. He
He
saw me.
literally saw you.
And then he came and he came and I loved me and kissed me
Aw,
and all that.
that's
Thank you,
nice.
Riley.
Give him some loving.
Yes, you're a magically good dog, Riley. You're a good dog. Just look at him. You know, there's a fragility to Riley sometimes.
There's a what?
A fragility. Might not be the exact right word. Fragile is, it implies it can shatter and fall apart. Delicacy, that's the word. Sorry, delicacy. Delicacy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not
Delicacy?
fragility, delicacy. Extreme delicacy to him. Right. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What a good dog. What a good dog. But you know, there's a precious delicacy to Riley's state of being. It's not as as solid as what we might suspect it to be. Does that make sense? Yes, Riley can be very chill and very relaxed, but Riley's also not completely sure yet about how to be. I saw it there a second ago. I never saw it before. You know, in puppy form, you just see it as you take it for granted. That's obvious, you know, not as part of their being. Uh, you know, but when they're a little older, then you see it as that, you know, deciding which way to go still, and uncertainty of being. Um, um, does Riley maybe have something in his paw?
In
A
it?
thorn? A thorn or something, yeah.
I don't know.
Because when they lick the paw like that, very often there's something in it.
He wasn't licking his paw.
Oh, it looked like it. Oh, okay.
No, he was licking my hand.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Because I've seen them when they lick it in that particular way, you know, and the paw, it's like they're trying to lick something out of it, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he was just looking
I
at
was
me.
looking at your hand. Oh, brilliant. All right, cool. Hello, Riley. Dog, gently, Riley, gently. Is he learning the gentle?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Show him a lot better.
That seemed to me that, but you have to say it when he does it gently and say, gently, good, gently, you know, then he associates it with it, you know. So, yeah, very cool. I mean, I saw him holding your hand gently there, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, Riley. There you go. Gently, Riley. Gently, dog. And again, when I say gently, I'm putting every intent that I can to be gentle, Riley. Be gentle. Be gentle, Riley. They feel the intent, right? Through the way you say it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hope you can hear the intent from me. Maybe, you know, it can be a little rough. I don't know if it comes through or not. Yeah.
Fine.
Is this what? But he's not in Cujo mode now, right?
Oh no, this is just pep puppy kind of gnawing thing. No, Cujo he's just like
Wow.
literally,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
He'll and I don't. Sometimes I feel like you know how when babies when they're so tired and they just don't know what to do.
Yes, they're overtired.
That's what I feel like he is.
Yeah, and they
He's
get all.
like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm so tired because right afterwards it'll last for a little bit and he's zonked.
Yeah.
And then he's peaceful as can be.
So maybe he needs his nap time spread out a little bit more, but you are trying to get him to sleep through the night, right?
He is sleeping through the night. He goes to bed at 9:30 and he gets up at 5:30, so that works out grand.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's cool. But yeah, he could be definitely overtired. So that means he'll have to have a nap, like you know, somewhere around about lunchtime somewhere. Yeah.
He just woke up from one.
Okay, good then. All right.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, that
his
overtiredness.
Cujo moments literally they correlate with me. When I lose patience or if I'm having a frustrating day, his Cujo moments are longer. There's a definite correlation.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
And this I felt right from the get-go. That's why I say Riley's your heart. He's like a reflection of you in a manifestation. Riley is a feedback loop that completes yourself.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no doubt I had to get Riley. There was no doubt in my mind.
Oh no, it is absolutely essential. I mean, oh yes, I should say, oh yes. Yeah, it's so huge and so magical. Let me ask you to, I just love this hanging out with you and Riley. Hello, Riley. Look at that. Look at that.
You see him?
Hey, I saw the pause. Oh, look at that. Hello, Riley. Beautiful, magical Riley. And look how he's waving at me. Hello, Riley. He waved at me twice. It's too much effort now. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What a magical creature. He looks like a bear now.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. His little face does remind me of a bear too.
And he's got that furriness of a bear too. And that same furriness was in the ducklings. You see on the
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that, what you're saying now.
But it was the pose that he sat. He had the pose of the middle duckling. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Right. There's just an openness to you. An openness to you.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's really something. You know, I never seen dogs do exactly this. The exact mood, precision of it. Similar, yeah, but not exactly like this. I've never seen that before. I've never seen this particular mood in a dog, you know. Oh, what happened there?
Sniffers.
Something jerked him.
That was a sneeze.
Oh, it was a sneeze. Oh, okay.
A
Hey, sneeze
sneeze.
into your elbow. Sneeze into your elbow.
Right? I can touch this dog anywhere. There's
Wow.
like total trust.
Yes.
I can lift his teeth. I can put my hand in his
Wow.
mouth. I can touch his paws.
Wow.
I can touch his back legs.
Wow. 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 That's incredible. Hello, Riley. Hello. Oh, I'm so sad Beena's missing this. Come, Beena, come see this. Share with Beena.
Now, see, right now he has crinkle face where he's showing me his teeth.
Wow. Yes, crinkle face.
That's what I call it.
Yeah, it's
He
fantastic.
crinkles up his nose.
Fantastic. Donna, that point with impatience and arrogance. Did you hear
Yeah.
me say? Yes. You
Oh,
were there
yeah.
when I said it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a big point. You know, we expect the world to work according to our timetable, our ideas of how it
Right.
should be. And when we
Right.
unhook from that and we say, every time I'm impatient, I'm being arrogant. Oh, no, sorry. And it really kills impatience very quickly. It really
Yeah.
kills it so fast. It's really magical, you know. And then we shift our expectation of timetable, and then things start to shift. And we get into a different pace, a different rhythm. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable to watch.
I'm
Really,
working on it.
it's an incredible variation of puppiness that I'm seeing from him. I suspect Riley's going to be a puppy much longer than most dogs. You know how some dogs grow up fast, even though at this size, I've seen dogs that are dogs already. Whereas Riley is so totally still puppy. Yeah? Or is that just my
Yep.
perception?
No, and it's like you had said, there's this divide of total sweetness and then totally opposite of the Cujo. And it's like he looks at me like, guide me. What am I supposed? It's almost
Exactly.
like he wants me to help
Exactly.
him
Yes.
figure out. Okay, I don't like this feeling, so how do I get
That's
rid
what
of
I
it?
saw.
Help
That's
me
what I
here.
saw earlier. That sort of a bit of insecurity almost.
Yeah.
Or at least an openness to learning. It's not really an insecurity, but an
Yeah.
uncertainty of how to be. So yes.
Like a desire to be different and an
Yes,
openness.
yes.
Yeah. Like almost asking for it. Please help
Exactly.
me with this.
Exactly. And Donna, this is part of your lesson of your beingness, your goddess lesson, that you actually have to institute it. You know, our main perspective, way of impeccability, for me, you've really adopted that. To not to be arrogant in telling, but in Riley's case, you have to. It's an exception to the rule.
I'm not following. So
All right. So with another person, like even with your kids, you don't feel
okay,
like
just hold that thought because I really want to concentrate and I have to go to the restroom. And I
Okay.
can't concentrate when I have to go to the
Sure.
restroom.
Yeah.
One moment, please.
No problem. No problem. I have patience. I have patience. Ah, I just love this. What a joy. What a joy. What an incredible joy. Yes, Riley. Yes, you're hanging out with me now. Hello, Riley. Where did you go? Where did you go? I like hanging out with you, Riley. I do. I do. I do. You bring great peace of being, Riley. Great peace of being. Yeah. Because hanging out with Riley is hanging out with Donna. Come back, Beena. Come back, Beena. Oh, there you are. Hello, Riley. I'm here with you, Riley. I'm here with you, Donnie. I'm listening, and I'm chatting to Donna. I'm chatting to Donna. And it's really fun to see Donna on the floor, too.
I go on the floor a lot. I'm very comfortable with the floor.
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm not in the space that I'm at now. I'm not on the floor a lot, but always in the past, I like being on the floor. It gives me great comfort. I love it. I can always live there in our apartment in Sea Point, which, did I show you that Sea Point video?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I needed an example of where we were for the book and the story, and then this, I looked for drone flyover, And it's one of those magical things, you know, that just happened so perfectly. The guy took the drone and it's right where we lived, and he went back, he went over the restaurant. Just incredible. So
Oh, you did show me that. You did.
yeah.
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 I don't
So
always remember things.
in that apartment, we lived on the floor. We had no furniture. We just had the bed and the TV, and that was it. You know, I think Olivia had a wardrobe, but no furniture. So we lived in the living room, as not in the bedroom at the back, because the living room had the view with the big windows. So it was very magical. So yeah, I'm very happy on the floor. All right. So this point, I was saying that in general, we understand that if we tell something to somebody, we essentially rob them of their freedom to choose. And it's a mighty arrogance to be telling things to people, right? Because I'm presuming I know what's good for them. In
Right.
Riley's case, this is an exception. So this is a
Oh.
goddess lesson that in his case, because Riley is you, right? You in a loop with Riley. You have to be and shift out of this mindset. You have to actually institute what you want Riley to be. You have to basically tell Riley. And that's, you know, you have to decide for Riley, as it were. Riley's asking you for that decision. All right. Don't take me wrong here, Donna. Please, I want to say something very interesting, but your body is very exciting. Oh, no reaction from Donna. I don't know if you're teasing me or not. But I just mean it as a real, now I'm actually giving you a compliment and feedback. But you have a very exciting body. There's a lot of excitement in your body. It's really gorgeous. It's really fantastic. Yeah. I mean, I saw it when you were sitting on the floor. It's really
Yeah.
something. It's really something. I mean, you have a special body is what I'm trying to say.
It's just the energy, maybe.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But that's also the fitness, but it's definitely the energy. And we see that pureness. I wanted to ask you before you go out with Riley, that does he run around a lot when he's outside?
Yeah.
He does. Okay, good. Okay. So he does get to dance, in other words, yeah?
Yeah. We go to the school where it's fenced in, and then Ellie, the golden next door, often comes, and so they get to dance around.
Oh,
And
good.
then
So,
play catch, and yeah. So
oh,
it's
good. I have lots of quickly before you go. I know you need to go and you got the leash on, but how's the training for the Cujo mode working with utilizing Ellie as the trainer?
with utilizing what?
As Ellie to help with the training of the
Oh,
Cujo mode.
it works really well because the other day he got too wound up and she just let him have it. She didn't bite him, but she let him, you know, she gave him a nip and a growl like too rough. And
Wow.
that's what he needs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
So do you get to be Ellie with Riley at certain times?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So
And I'm
notice that
comfortable
it's
with that.
necessary. Right.
Yes.
Right. It's necessary.
Yes, I'm seeing that. I'm feeling that.
Yeah. Wow. Very powerful. Wow. Very powerful. You understood what I said about? I'm sorry. I know. I'm just like you made me a little nervous now that when I was saying about your body that well, maybe it did get taken a little wrongly. But please know it was okay. Okay.
No.
Unless you're
No,
just
we're
teasing
cool.
me and leveraging my insecurity in my question. Good for you if
No.
you are.
No, I recognize the context of what it's in and what that really means.
Yeah.
And it really has nothing
No,
to
I
do
mean
with
it's
me.
just
It's just the energy of it and the fitness of it.
yeah.
And
I
the fact
marvel.
that I have a lot of exuberance in my heart and it
Oh, exactly,
my
exactly.
body.
I mean, I really marvel at your physicality. And maybe the word body is the wrong word. I should say your physical expressionality. That's probably a
Yeah.
better way of saying it. I really marvel at it. It's like your body glows to me. I don't see the glow literally, but I feel the glow. It's an incredible thing. It's incredible.
Yeah, you're not the only one that says that. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's a goddess body for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's go out.
Brilliant. All right. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Maybe Beena will be back when you come back.
Okay.
Let's hope. Let's make it
We'll probably
significant.
be gone actually just a second, and then I'm gonna feed them, and then we'll go out for a nice long walk.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't mind if you leave it on and we're here and you come back. You know, that's brilliant. So it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
Even though it's like 2 o'clock and we've been on since 9.
I know, but I just love it. So, you know, I have the whole day blocked off for you from 6 till 12. You know, it's all blocked off for Donna.
6 to 12.
Oh yeah. So from 8 till 2, in other words.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so incredible. Where is my Canva? Oh dear. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Ah, ah. Donna, and you know, even if you don't come back, if you leave the video on, I get the belief that you might come back soon, and that's happy. That makes me happy. So, you know, I just feel that connectivity. So, so maybe Donna, at some point I'll make the effort to. I don't know if my van will make it, but you know, maybe at some point I'll rent a car and drive out there, come visit. In your new house, Donna, did you hear? Oh, Donna's gone already. That would be something. That would be something. That would be something to make a road trip. That would be something. Let's go Ohio, Nebraska. No, first, sorry, Oklahoma, I mean. Oklahoma, Nebraska, Illinois, which would be Ryan and Janelle. Well, they're actually they're on the border. But they still, what are they? Missouri. So then go all the way down Ohio, Pennsylvania. Huh. That would be something. That would be something. That would be something. I wonder if Eliva would want to take such a road trip with me. Huh. Huh. But not now. Later. Later. Lots and lots of things to do right now. Including this. Including this. I shall screen share, so. Oh, was he going inside?
Yep.
Oh, nope, Riley. Nope. None of that.
Up, up, up.
Outside, Riley. Outside.
He already went out.
Oh. But did he want to do something more again inside?
Say what?
Oh, was he looking to go to the bathroom inside?
No, he went out and went to the bathroom. What he does is when he's walking up the stairs, we're working on not biting at my legs and feet.
Oh, I see.
So we go all the way up, and then he sits at the top.
Nice. And he waits for you at the top?
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic.
Oh.
I'm enjoying hanging out with you, Donna. I was just talking to myself while you were out. I was saying, oh, maybe I'll come on a road trip. My van, I don't trust my van to make it, but maybe I'll rent a vehicle. I don't know if it's possible, if I can or not, but if I can, maybe I'll do a road trip and come and visit.
Sure. More than welcome.
Well, when you're in your new house.
I feel like the new house, it's
Oh,
interesting because the guy left a message, but I can't hear the message all that well. It's kind of muffled, and it sort of sounds like he might have dialed the wrong number.
Oh, interesting. Do you want to take?
I'd like to know if you too are interested, unless he's talking about Riley and I don't know.
No, he might mean TOO.
Oh, yes, that too.
Right. So in other words, he probably called one person and said, "Okay, are you interested? Call me." And then he said, he calls the next one, and I want to know if you too. He doesn't realize that he needs to make it individual. He's forgetting.
Yeah.
So I would recommend in that case, if you do want the house, call him as soon as possible.
Well, that's what I was going to do right now, actually.
Oh, I was just going to say.
I'm going to take a minute and call him right now.
I'm listening. I'm very excited on this. I'll lend my energy to it, Beena, Donna. Yeah. It helps when people lend their energy to things, If you want it, then I want it for you, and that really helps. It's a very big deal. Joint intent. And I know Beena wants it for you too, so you have her intent. What a thing. love this. I love this. I love hanging out with you. Oh man, I love it. Love it. I love it. I love it.
Hi, is this Dennis?
Oh,
Hi,
yes.
Dennis. This is Donna. I'm great. How are you? Oh, absolutely. I am very interested and would love to move forward on a home.
Wow. That decisiveness.
I do.
That intent. That intensity. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I do.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good. I'll get it right off to you. I'm excited. Thank you for calling. All right. Thanks, Dennis. Bye-bye.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Done.
Yes, 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 yes. I could hear it. I could hear it. I love the way you called him. You called with such a beautiful intensity of intent without being overwhelming. You know, man, it was the balance of the enthusiasm, the eagerness without being desperate, but the firm solidity of the acceptance of it as a reality. That's it. To me, when I heard the way you greeted him, and the very next thing when he said, "Yes, I'm interested," I knew it was a done deal. I could
He was
hear it.
excited. He
Oh
was
yeah,
like, oh, good.
yeah, yeah. Because you said it with such a beautiful balance. That was Goddess creation in action right there.
Hmm.
You made it happen right in that moment. Now, he may have been pre-decided, I don't know, but there was no chance of any doubt. You were absolutely clear in the intent of your communication with the energy involved. There was no lack of clarity there. And it was absolutely sure and certain that this is the right thing to do. If I was Dennis, I am hearing my decision to accept you as being right.
I felt like he felt like that.
Yes, yes. That's what you cued, that's what you communicated, because that's what you felt.
Right.
I heard your decision of, yes, this house is right for me. Wow,
I'm
that
excited.
was fantastically beautiful. Whoa, 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 whoa. I couldn't do a happy dance because I took the moment for me to go to the bathroom, so I was in process, and so I couldn't happy dance at the
Let's do
same
a
token.
happy dance together.
All right, all
Come
right.
on, take it up.
I have to
All
stand.
right.
I can't do that dance. It feels wrong for me. I got other happy dances. Let me see.
Okay, you do your own.
Yeah.
You
All
don't have
right.
to do my happy dance.
Right. Because your happy dance is weird to me. I don't know. I can't get into that mood. So
It's just taken from the original show.
yes,
That's how they used to do their happy dance.
I remember it.
Everybody's got their
I
own.
just can't
Oh,
get
do
into that.
you? Yeah.
I remember the dance. I just can't tune
Yeah.
into that particular mode. So for me, I go, yes, yes, yes. That's my happy dance, you know, and I clap my hands
Thank you
together.
for sharing that moment. I
Oh, it was
appreciate
so
that.
beautiful. That was so beautiful. Oh. So, it's gonna be broken up, but it was at like 5:35. So, man, that was just gorgeous. That was like full goddess mode, and that's why I was so happy that you left it on, and I could hear the call. It was just fantastic. Wow, wow. Because when you Donna, you are so potent in your interactivities, and we don't see that because you're shifting into a different mode. You know, like there you were in application mode, right? You were in
Right.
full application mode of Donna. But when you come into our conversations, you kind of shift into learning mode, which yes,
Right.
it's appropriate, but it's also to balance the two, to say that learning is an application of my full self, right? So if you
Right.
bring that side to your learning, it's going to remove all of the unnecessary self-questioning. I'm emphasizing unnecessary because self-questioning is necessary in learning, but we need to do it with authority and confidence. The way you approach that call, you called him with full authority and confidence and ownership of your full being. That was just a most beautiful phone call. That was something. That was something. That was really, really something. Wow. 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 You know, if Dave Timmons doesn't make you an offer that'll blow your brain out in terms of its awesomeness and profoundness, then Dave Timmons is an idiot. And he's not the person I think he is.
He's not an idiot, that's for
Precisely.
sure.
Precisely. So give him an opportunity to make you an offer. You know, if he hasn't responded to my friend request yet, if he does, I'll say to him, hey, you know, that I've come really to know Donna very well. If you don't make her an offer, then I don't know, you need a COVID smack. You know, I don't know if I should say something like that or not. I probably won't because I don't want to meddle in your things. But, you know, I really would like to say that very strongly to them. Say, Donna is open to an offer. Make her a good offer and you'll be able to get a magical being, to a goddess, to work with you. You know, that's what I'd like to tell him. So I don't know. You know, you can tell me if I have the liberty to say such things and do such things. You know, but that's really and truly what I would love to do. So he hasn't accepted yet. So every time I get a friend request, I check every day. Say, oh, maybe this is Dave. Maybe this is Dave. So, so I don't know. I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eager. I'm eager for you to connect, even if it's just more regular connectivity with Dave. You know, I don't know. It's very exciting for me. So I love it. Very exciting. Very exciting. You know, just it's not that it's because of Dave himself. Yes, it is, but it's more just in terms of shifting into a different space where that Donna that I heard on the phone can get exercised. Now, do you exercise that Donna with the same joyfulness in the office?
Occasionally.
Yes, but not every day, all day, right? It's an
Oh, no.
occasional thing. That's my point. I do believe if you worked with Dave Timmons, doesn't matter that it's Dave or not Dave, but there will be the space for you to be that Donna all day long and more.
Right.
Yes?
I can't identify what it is about my office, but the space isn't there. And
Because
it's,
yeah, they're
I'm
not
sorry,
receptive.
go ahead.
I just want to say because they're not receptive, Donna. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're just not there yet. You know, I mean, you operating on, God, you know, I don't know how to say this without it sounding hierarchical, but you're operating from a profound perspective of of evolution that isn't there in in the office.
Well, whatever it is, honestly, it's draining.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
like I go in and I'm psyched and I'm ready, and the vibe of the place,
Yeah.
it sucks my energy
Yeah.
out.
Right, because they don't celebrate your difference. They see your difference as being a critique on them.
Well, that's sad.
It is very sad. It is inordinately profoundly sad. It's that mentality of opposites and the comparative mindset. You know, when you put those two together, it's a mess. It's a devastation. It's not cool. It's really something. So yeah, you know, where you can be your full self. This is necessary, Donna. You know, you curtail yourself every single day in order to appease and make people comfortable, to make Rick and what's his name, Jake?
Yeah, and Angel.
And Angel, to make them comfortable. You know, so yeah, it's interesting that you have a goddess, an angel who's uncomfortable in the presence of a
Right?
goddess.
Isn't
And
that funny?
that no, it's not. It makes total sense. You know, not all angels are comfortable with the goddesses. You know, being a goddess is a big thing, and you know, angels have to learn about positive ruthlessness. Many of them don't understand this at all, but a goddess does. And if there's one thing that you do understand, you know, in all the different concepts, when I mentioned that, boom, you were like right there, right away.
Yep.
It's like, well, duh, you know, you really
Right.
got that, and that's goddess logic right there. That's goddess logic. What am I trying to do here? Oh, I was
I
going to show
just
you.
sent him a text and he's going to send me the form to do the background.
Ah, fantastic.
And then,
In your background, obviously, it's no problem, I would assume.
no, no.
Ah,
It's
fantastic.
impeccable.
There you go. There you go. I love that. I love that. I just wanted to show you something here real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Just the certificate. They don't show the.
Oh, did you finish?
No, no. I'm adding
Oh,
more,
no.
but I got this.
Oh.
I was able to put this border around it, and
Yeah.
basically this is 4. I had that as a shape, but it was square, and I couldn't stretch it, so I had to break it up into 4, crop it 4 times to get this. But
Oh.
in the program to make it, they don't show the background. So I just wanted to show
Oh.
you what it looks like with the background in it. It makes all the
Yeah.
difference, right?
Just 1 second. Let me
Oh,
X out so I can see the whole thing.
right.
There we go.
Full screen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah. So I like it.
Very
I like it a
nice.
lot. That's very cool. Yeah. So now I'm just going to put underneath that, certificate of graduation, and then this is to certify and all the blah blah stuff, and then the space
Oh,
to sign it.
nice.
So I will sign it, and I have to practice signing it as Sil Sebastian and not as Leon, because that's my signature, for legal stuff. I don't sign anything as Sil
Oh,
Sebastian
yeah.
except the book. So somebody had a book, and she bought and I had to sign the book, and I forgot, and I signed it, Leon. And it was a whole mess. So it's like, what the hell is Leon signing this book for? It's like, because the book is Sil Sebastian. So I'll sign it, and then I'll print it out, sign it, scan it back in, and then send it to you guys. And then you can print it out and sign it, and then do whatever you want to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. No, I love it, and it really made me really joyful that you said this is a big deal.
It is a
So
big deal.
it is a big deal. It's a very big deal to me too. So I love it, and
Well,
I'm going to use those words. This is to certify that Donna Marie Herbert has graduated the Way of Impeccability program with honors, with distinction, with impeccability, with care, and I will customize it to each one of you.
Ah,
The way I
nice.
think that you've done the program.
That will
like
mean a
in like in
lot.
Sue's case, with enthusiasm and exhilaration.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, she really
Right.
did it with exhilaration, enthusiasm.
Right.
So
That's the piece where I felt like I connected with her when I said that I
yeah,
feel like I see a part of me in Sue. That's the piece I connected with.
yes,
And she's very intelligent.
right, yes.
She really is.
Ah,
She's
it's just
a smart
fantastic.
person. She's
Yes,
got a lot of finesse, a lot of
yes,
diplomacy,
yes. A lot of
yeah,
moreness,
a lot of moreness. Yeah, and
a lot of moreness.
she's able to quickly grasp.
Yeah,
She grasps
yeah,
things really,
yeah,
really quickly.
yeah. And she doesn't have to say I get it every time either, which is very
Like
profound.
me. Sorry.
You don't do it anymore. You only did it a few times. I was thinking of somebody else who does it all the time, not you. It wasn't a tease for you. I really had forgotten that you actually said that. I was actually thinking of Sherry, who still says it all the time. So,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
it is a part of self-proving for yourself versus
Oh yeah.
cockiness. It's like,
Oh yeah.
and then you're like
Beena.
excited. It's like you're excited.
Yes, I am excited. Why? Because Donna got the house. She's sending over the background check and everything.
Yeah.
Yes. Beena, did you hear?
Wow. Congratulations.
But
Thank
Beena,
you. Thank you.
Yes.
remind me
Yes.
when I share this recording, right? Because it's
Uh-huh.
I stopped it when Sherry left, and then I started again, right? So
Okay.
I don't know where it will be on the recording, but to find the spot where Donna calls Dennis a new landlord, the
Uh-huh.
power, the magic, the awesome, the togetherness, the absolute appropriateness and exhibition of goddessness in the way Donna spoke to him. It is unbelievable. You have to hear it, otherwise what I'm going to say doesn't make any sense. But Donna actually, you could see Donna creating the reality right in that moment by the way she spoke to him. It was
Uh,
unbelievable. It was just unbelievable. I knew because she said, hello, Dennis. And then she said, yes, I'm interested or something. And, she just confirmed stuff. But I knew it was going to happen the way Donna just answered, just greeted him and said the very thing. Yes, she initiated to say, I'm very interested. It's unbelievable. It was really, really unbelievable.
wow.
Really,
Wow.
really, really magical. Yes. Okay, I tell you what.
Mhm.
But Donna's gonna go for a walk right now. Donna, are you still here? Oh, you see that? Okay, well, while we wait for Donna, Beena, you see what's on the screen?
Yes.
You see the color and the way I put the border out. Now,
Yes. Yes.
I couldn't
Yes.
get the border to fit because it was square. So I cropped it into 4 sides. So those are actually 4 individual pictures on the sides. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, instead of one square, because it was in a square
Mm.
and I couldn't get it to fit
Yes.
because it's slightly rectangular. And then I put the little heading and I put this, and now I'm going to finish the rest of it. But I have to show it here. I'm showing you the picture of it that I have to download because here it shows the background. In the program, in Canva, it doesn't show the background for whatever reason. I don't know. So just a
Mm.
weirdness. But anyway, so what I want to do now, real quick, Donna, are you here? Can you hear what I'm saying? Donna, you there? All right, maybe not. I want to end the meeting, and then I can get to that point in the video, and I can play it for you because I'll know it's fairly close to the end. You see?
Okay.
Yeah. But Donna's going to get kicked off now if I end the meeting. But anyway, she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out because she's going to go for a walk with Riley and then come back and we chat some more.
Mm-hmm.
She already got the leash out and everything. So
What's happening to your background? I can
I don't
see
know.
this.
I don't know what happens. The light somehow gets changed and then you see the curtain. I don't know. I don't know, Beena. I haven't figured out why it does this because none of the lights in here are changing. Except I guess 2 of the lights they warm up over time and maybe they get a little brighter and then but you think brighter usually is better. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. So let me change it to the white. That doesn't really help. All right, let me try a different one. Let's see. Download smart. You can use. Oh, it says download smart virtual background package.
Ah.
Wow. I clicked on a different picture. I thought, oh, let me try this different picture this time, and then it prompted me to download. So maybe this was one of their pictures, not mine.
Oh.
Because I have a few that
Okay.
I downloaded. You see, you can't see
Mm.
underneath there now, but oh wow, look at this, Beena.
Oh yes. And it is interactive. Like what?
Wow,
Active
it's
background.
video. Yeah, it's a looping. It's a
Yes.
GIF. Wow. Oh, excuse me.
Okay. Okay. Try more.
Wow. Okay, so I think this Northern Lights might be theirs. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. So I wonder if it does it for my pictures. No,
Ah.
I thought maybe it'll make the eye blink. But well, I know my
No, but
camera, the on
you
the
need
side
to
of my
have
head,
the.
where it's
Uh,
kind of blinking
yes.
like that. That's because
Yes.
the camera's not catching all of the curtain. It's a little too zoomed in. So I
Mm.
know why that is. So let's see what else now. Okay, so I have those. Hang on. Let's see this one. It comes
Oh,
nice on the
it's
part where the curtain shows properly. So
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely improved the thing. So wow, wow. So the only 2 that are theirs are this beach one and then the Northern Lights. I do like this beach one. This is very cool.
Yes.
This is very cool. This is very cool. Wow. Wow. Look, even how the trees blow behind my head here. So,
Oh yes.
wow. 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 So I will have to figure out where to add image.
Get
Oh,
more.
let's just add a video. Add video. Okay. Let's see what videos I can
Oh.
add. All right. Where
Oh.
do I have
That's true.
videos? Well, I don't think I have this kind of video. Yeah, I'll have to download some. Okay. Okay, so we'll do that. Let me get out of this. I'll show you, Beena. I'll show you we're in the right place for videos. So hold on. I just want to create a folder first for it. Let me close this. Close that. And in my pictures under reusable stuff. See, reusable is all the stuff that I get from Pixabay because that I can reuse. You see, whereas I've got pictures here in my blog pictures and all that, and I can't. Those aren't free to use. That's why I don't call them reusable. You see, I don't know why I call it reusable, but anyway, I want to make a folder here for Can't see behind the camera. This is tricky when the thing is up here. Oh, dang it! But I have to go out of screen share to move it because that blocks me from moving it when it's underneath the controls of the screen, and I can't do anything. So it's a little bit of a limitation. All right.
It's super clear.
Yeah, but now it's behind that. So yeah, okay, there we go. And I want to go here, and I want to go new, and I want to make a folder for video. All right, videos. Okay, because we can actually use videos in the program also, which we haven't done till now, but we will do now. Okay, so we can minimize this, and then we go back to Pixabay. And where is Pixabay? Oh, I must have closed that window for some reason. Yeah, I did. Huh. Oh, because it was all very slow. That's why. Yeah, it was starting to get very, very slow. Okay, Pixabay. I have a video downloaded from them somewhere. But I know where it is. But I'm gonna get some fresh ones. So, okay, am I logged in? Yes, it does help to be logged in. Yes, I am. All right, so we go to videos and all right. So Beena,
Mm-hmm.
videos. I am in videos. Do we want to search or just look for them in general?
Okay, so search
All right, let's see. Well, search for what?
for videos like you have.
Well, I am in videos. I'm in the heading of videos, but inside videos, they're asking you, do you want to search or just look through all the videos?
Ah,
You see what I mean?
okay.
I mean, I can search videos for art, for instance, or forest, or nature, or sky, or just look generally. So yeah, we're gonna see the video. I put you at the bottom. You like this video? I do. I love this. I love
Mm.
this. Oh, this is fabulous. This is fabulous. Oh, so I'm going to add these into the program. This is the Moreness program.
Yes.
Oh, this is Moreness. This is Moreness right here. We can use these as the background for the first slide.
Ah,
See?
oh yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to put this in videos. You're always going to make sure that you choose the file the first time, because then it remembers that if you're just doing videos, do them all, because then you don't have to choose the folder every time.
Ah.
It remembers the last folder you were in. All right. So now we go here to choose virtual background, and we say not none. Where do I? Oh, I go add video, and I go to my pictures, and I scroll down, and I go to reusable, and I go to videos, and I choose this one. It's called mountain. The user's mountain exceeds the maximum amount resolution. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. So we need it in 1280 by 720. All right. All right. What's this now, Beena? What's this now?
Mm-hmm.
See, normally when it goes here, you see? You see?
Yes. Yes.
So it said 12. It said, I'll just choose the smallest one and we'll see. So now I'm downloading it in a different resolution. See?
Ah.
Mm. And now I'm going to just pick the same folder to save it. You see? It'll say, yes, it
Mm-hmm.
exists. So I want to replace it. Yes, I do, because I don't need the bigger one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll see how it works for slides, but the smaller one probably is going to be best for both instances. So, okay, let me give this a like, and then close this, and then go back to choose the video, the background. I mean, add it. It'll take me back to that folder now. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Look at that, Beena. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, I like this. Soul flying in the mountains. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. All right, Beena, now we're gonna have fun with choosing more videos. Okay.
Yes.
So, oh, this is because this is now part of our work too. You know that we are going. I don't know what this one could be. Oh, look, when I hover my mouse, it shows it. You see, so I don't have to open in a new window every time. You like this one? I love it. I love this video.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
But it will be too bright just at this spot. It will come again and again, that too bright spot.
Yeah, but this is
Light.
for. It will be for the background. It won't be appropriate, but it will be for the slides, for the course, for the Moreness project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see.
Yes.
So we're doing double duty. Some of them I will add as my background, and I'll switch them up, you know, and then other times I'll use it for the program. You see,
Okay.
for the project. I mean. All right. So now I have to decide. Let me download them all small, and let's go and test something, Beena. Let us go and test something. All right. Let's go. Let's minimize this. I mean, the reason I minimize is so that it's not open and it uses bandwidth. You know, see, I've got all my things open here. I should have had them all minimized. All right, let's just check message quickly. Nothing. Let's move this up a bit so I can get to. Donna, can you make me full screen quickly? Let me stop screen sharing. Hello, Donna. I'm glad you're back.
Cool. What's that background?
That's what we're working on. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Isn't that
It's
something?
like you're flying.
Yes.
Nice. Oh, that's so cool.
My Superman invitation. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing. Thank you for recognizing. How fantastic is this? So
Yeah.
also, Donna, in the slides for the Moreness program, instead of having images, we're also going to have videos.
Oh, nice. That'll be more interactive.
We're gonna especially for the start. You know, the that's what I wanted to do right now. I want to test the resolution. So where's this?
Ooh, you know, it'd be kind of cool if you had everybody submit their initial video for so many reasons.
How do you mean the initial video?
I don't know. It just came to me.
Oh, you mean like a welcome, hello video?
I don't know. It just came to me.
Wow.
Okay, let's go a little further. Maybe like keep it open-ended, but have them submit it as part of the initiation into the program somehow of.
Wow.
And don't use the typical stuff of what do you want to get out of the program?
Yeah,
no.
and all the things.
Tell me a secret about you that nobody knows, or just something really like open-ended and cool. And then they have to video themselves, and then they're self-proving and confident.
What about a list of them saying what the intent is of doing the program?
No, that's too typical.
No.
Well, you want something out of the box, something that will show you their self-concept, their ability to think of in an abstract manner, what they're really about as far as going into the program, but in a way that's not that direct, because you're going to get the typical answers because that's such a typical question.
Yeah.
And with all due respect, I mean, I didn't mean it's a bad question.
No, I love it. I love it.
Like the feeling of this idea is more keep it really open-ended and very unusual, but the answers will flow in a way that you'll be able to see all of that, and they won't necessarily be aware when they're doing their video, which is even better, because then you'll really get the real.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I got for you.
Oh no, I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely
It's just
love
an idea.
Yeah.
And just the whole interactive thing at this level.
Yes.
It just feels like that'll be really, really important.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Cool.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, hang on. I'm going to do it this way. Move the background. Slide background. Video. You see, Beena? You see what I'm doing?
Yes.
I can add video two ways. I can add it as a background or as as an overlay. So I can have video on top of video.
Uh-huh.
If I really wanted to. Reusable. Go into videos. And the mountain one for this one. What we are going to be doing. Wow. So what did Donna call it? The initial video, right?
Yeah.
Implying there's more. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah, not introduction because we're not at that
No,
level.
no. And I don't want herself telling me about yourself or I like walks on the beach. Yeah, so
Right.
does Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right.
It's uploading the video. I want to show how it will. I want to see how it works in slides.com. So it might take a little bit of while. Yeah. Oh, I'm not screen sharing. So I'm actually implementing this right now. But this is an exciting idea. So what about them telling us a joke on video?
That's a little.
For later. You did say initial video. Okay.
Right.
That comes later. All right.
Right.
So for the initial video, you were onto something about, okay, not necessarily a deep dark secret, but something
But
that
just
is
maybe like just say,
unexpected.
tell me ...
Yeah, something unexpected about yourself.
That's it. Just put like, tell me. And then say, okay, as an initiation, part of the initiation process into the program, I'm going to ask a question. And if you would please do a video and
You know
maybe
what?
say it only has to be a minute long and then just put share or tell me or
That's it. Just tell me. That's the only thing that I say, hey, I'd like you to do a video and all.
Wow.
That's it. So please, and all I want you to do is tell me. Tell me and see what they
because
come
you're
up
going
with.
to hear what they really have in their heart that they want you to hear.
There you go. I think that's what we got
Donna.
to do.
Donna.
I just want to say, tell me what's in your heart. That's it.
No, Donna.
No. Just put tell me. You'll get
Donna.
it. You'll get it automatically. If you put tell me what's in your heart, then it's going to skew it a little bit. Yes.
Okay. Yes, Donna, tell me.
Beloved Beena.
So clever.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
We're waiting. You've got a whole minute.
Nah, that's all I'm going to say. That's my video right now. Magical beloved Beena.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I echo that.
Yes.
I echo that. But you see what Beena did, what Donna did, how magical what Donna did was. She didn't need to say more than feed that back. It said so much in just that.
And you might get videos that have that. And then you might get, there'll be all kinds and it'll be so telling.
Yeah.
Not in a critical way, but in an open,
it's beautiful.
honest,
It's
and a
very
real
magical.
way.
That's why I love collaboration. What you just did is absolutely profound. All right. So what's this now? Right?
Still,
Yeah.
tell me.
The exercise of collaboration is an incredible, profound joy that stems right from the deepest part of my belly. And it's like this magical cone that goes out. It's like this white hole that expands from down there. When I hear the exquisiteness of magicalness coming into being, and when I get to be the benefice, the receptive, the recipient is what I'm trying to say. I get so excited I can't even find words. The recipient of the Moreness of collaboration. When I hear like Donna bringing her Moreness right now, and then Beena added her Moreness on top of Donna's Moreness, and then Donna leveraged that Moreness into even more Moreness. It is, and then I'm flying in the heavens above the mountains through the magical clouds of Moreness. Just love it. And I self-expand. I self-expand into the self-expansion Moreness project, and I get to live it moment to moment. How incredible is that? How incredible is that? Just, to be in the presence of goddesses and angels and goddesses, and both together. This is what an exquisite joy. What an exquisite joy.
Yes, it
What an
is.
exquisite joy.
I
So
was
this is-
expecting something different, but yes.
It's a difficult question. It's a
Yes, yes. Because when Donna said, just okay, and you said, tell
tell
me.
me.
Okay, tell me. This is something really an open question. You need
Yes.
to just contemplate about this question
Yeah.
for hours. Just to tell you what, and without having prior any information about that. No, no hesitation, nothing. Just tell me. Wow,
Yeah.
beautiful, Donna.
Wow. Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
We did good on that one.
Oh, wow. Oh, that was beautiful. And look, this is the program starting the project. See, this is the very first slide that you come into. Wave impeccability, self-expansion, Moreness project. And I don't know why this background is just so exquisite for what it is. It just came about, and it's so incredibly magical. Now you're seeing it on my widescreen. I don't know on your screens. You probably don't see so much space on the side, right?
Reminds me of a globe.
Right. But I mean, on my screen, yeah, let me show you what I mean. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. So, well, let's see. Let's go to Zoom and let's go in here. Let's get some angular masses. And, okay. So, oh, it doesn't do, okay, I'm going to have to go out of screen, screen. But there's a lot of space on the side of the writing. Do you see what I mean? Or do you not see that on your screens?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So if I photograph my big screen, you see, there's quite a lot of space on the side. But maybe when you guys will see it on yours, it'll be closer and tighter. You know. Anyway, so when you come onto the project, this is the very first slide, and this will also be the background in the when you look at it, like when you go and choose the course that you're doing, right? And you pick, okay, so I'm going to do in the Moreness project, I'm not doing wave impeccability. So you'll see this first, right? And then you go to the very next slide, and it is what we're going to be doing. Yeah. And I need to leave it centered the way it is now, right? Because your eye is in the center of the picture. So when you read, you also float at the same time. If I put it up at the top, you're going to look and you don't get this part of being the moving, the floating. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. And then, well, we haven't done slide 3 yet, but that's it. That's it. What we are going to be doing. So let me go back into edit mode, and then the
Can you
very
just
first,
use R instead of the contraction?
what we are going to be doing. Oh, really? You feel that's better?
That's just a perspective up for grabs.
What we are
I
going to be
try.
doing. Okay.
It emphasizes. The emphasis is different when you use
Yes. Oh, yeah.
contractions
Oh,
than
yeah.
when you use the words.
Oh, yeah. And now it says what we are going to be doing. So it makes it more real. Yes, that's a very powerful improvement. Yes, thank you very much. That's fantastic. All right, so we go to slide 3, and first thing. Yeah.
I can't read it.
First thing, make a short video and simply tell me. Well, I'm not going to use the same video background. Just because I duplicate the slide and then I change it. So now I'm going to add a new video. Yeah. Okay. So are you happy with this as the very first task?
The very first task. First
Yeah.
thing.
This is the third slide.
Right. First thing. Please make a video and answer the question. : Tell me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No,
So I've got you.
I just talk out loud. I just talk out loud to throw it out there.
No, I love it. I love it. Say it again exactly like you said it. I like your way of being. So you said, please make a short video. You said, right?
First thing, I like that because it's the first thing.
Yeah.
Please make a short video
And answer the question. Okay.
and answer the question. Tell me, dot, dot, dot.
All right.
But
And
I think that
answer
simply,
the
oops,
Is simply better?
I feel that do not that it's better to not say that answer the question, because the way you said that okay, just tell me. It's not a question, nothing. Just tell me.
yeah.
You're right. I do like you right. I like that, Beena. Yes. That leaves it more open.
Yes.
Yes,
We
Yes.
want it as open as it can
Yes.
possibly be.
Yes.
I agree.
yes.
Yeah. First thing, please
Perfect.
make a short video and simply.
Simply tell me.
Tell me. I
Yeah.
like that.
What about saying tell us?
No.
No.
Oh. Wow. 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 Wow.
It
I
is.
don't even deign to even dare to make any kind of adjustment objection. Nope.
Because it is more personal, sir. It seems
Yes.
like that. Yes, it's a one-to-one talk. It is more
Right.
intimate.
Right.
It
Right.
is
That's
just
what
very very
you
close
want it.
sharing.
Very intimate space right there.
Yeah. 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 It does set up the thing, based around me, but that me can be Beena, that me can be Donna, that me can be Sil, doesn't matter. They'll figure out
Oh, you're
later on
leaving
who
it up
that
to
me is.
them. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be interesting to see what you get.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to
It
watch
will
those
be
videos.
really interesting.
Right?
Yes, yes, fantastic input, fantastic input. This is why I so love collaboration. When you said, tell me, my heart explodes with, it just, I can't get enough of collaboration. It is so incredibly beautifully magical. Oh, it is just delicious. So adding the videos, I'm just doing a third video just to see how this will work. And I'm going to share this with you next thing. I'm going to share it with you. When you guys play it as a link and screen share. I want to see how it plays for you guys with 2 videos in a slide, in a session. You see what I mean? It takes a little while to upload it, but they're not very long. But then the next thing we're going to do, Donna, is while that uploads, I'll show you. Let's go here to now we are going to, okay, this is where I uploaded it already. And I need to go to the other window. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now I'm going to play mode and it shows how it plays.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's so big that you can read it, even though it's on the bright. And there it comes even more bright. If you weren't sure to read it, you see now the brightness is very useful, right, Beena? Okay. But you can read it. I think I can move it a little bit to the left, maybe, yeah?
Mm.
It's centered, but
I was thinking, Donna, that the guide at the center is so bright, especially at this point. At this point, it becomes
yeah.
so bright. But yes, now it seems like.
All right, but let's do this now, and let me just get move you guys because you're covering my controls, and let me go to here we go, and I go share, and I say create a private link, and I say copy link, and I got the link, and then I want to put the link in Facebook. Message you guys the link. So whoever gets it first, just click on it and play, and then screen share. Let me go out of screen share. Okay. And we can test to see how it on your end, how it is to play it, Shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Is it in Facebook already? Should be. Let me voice it to you. Let me text it to you, Donna. Voice. Beena, do you see it in Facebook?
I'm just pulling up my Facebook. I have it.
Oh, I thought maybe you had Facebook open. Ah, it's good that you don't have it open. All right.
You don't.
Yeah, because it takes less bandwidth then. So, okay.
All right, go back.
Closing everything.
Ah,
Go
where
back
are you?
to
There
yeah.
you are.
All right, so screen
And
share.
here.
Sorry, I'm just reminding because I always forget. So I shouldn't assume you'll forget. Oh, Beena dropped off. All right. Beena will be getting a private internet. Oh, she said today I must ask her when she comes back. You know, they're going to shift her internet where she has
Oh,
it
good.
private. Yeah, but I think she's misunderstanding a little bit. Maybe she needs to go on Ethernet to have it private, which means the cable. But she said no on the cable the last time. So
I don't know how to do this. That
yeah,
didn't
there
work.
you go. Yeah, you're on it. You're on it now. Just now. Well, oh, 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 oh. That's interesting that it took you. Yeah. Huh. I
So
don't know.
Facebook, I'm on the Facebook page now, and then I go to the slide.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do I share it?
No, we're seeing it. We're seeing it now. That's it. We're seeing it. Oh,
Oh,
perfect
okay,
timing,
that's
Beena.
it.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you just click on the little arrow and it'll bring you to the next one. Right.
Right. Isn't it supposed to have audio though? Also?
No, not yet. I haven't
Oh,
added the
okay.
audio in yet. Yeah, but it will
Okay.
be. It will be. So this plays just fine. This plays just
Yeah.
fine. So we can use
Oh,
multiple
yes.
video. We won't use it too much because it's kind of taxing, but it's not a problem to use multiple video. So
That's so cool.
yeah, it's very cool.
I
Yeah.
like that.
But again, to start off with 2 videos like this, it's Moreness.
Yes.
See,
It's
Yes, it is.
emphasizing the Moreness.
Right.
It is magical now.
So the reason you're seeing it different here, Donna, is because when I embed it into Invanto in the slides program, where the platform where the program is or the project is hosted.
Project is hosted.
Yeah,
Right.
then you don't see this stuff from slides, but now you're on slides. You're not embedded. You're not watching it through Invanto. So you're seeing it on slides itself. Which
Very cool.
if I were to put a link inside the project on Invanto, then you'd see this. If I put the embed code, then it takes all this bottom stuff out of it. So yeah, that's very cool.
Feels like you're like literally virtually there.
Yes.
You can like jump into these.
Yes.
And you're
And
there.
you know what I like is that it is cueing that this program is going to be very immersive.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Look how beautiful Donna looks, Beena.
Yes.
Right there. Incredibly beautiful. Just amazing. Wow. Donna's like, what the hell are they talking about? What the hell are they talking about? There you go. There you go. It just struck me so just suddenly, just the balance, the purity of it, just beautiful.
This is very cool.
Yes,
I
this
like
is
it.
very cool. Donna says shifting the topic very diplomatically.
Exactly.
Very diplomatically. I love it. I love it. Enough of this about me. We got it.
That was finesse. I gently shifted it. I gave you a few seconds and then I
It was
shifted.
sweet. That was sweet. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. See, I like to recognize things like that because we get to celebrate our own abilities, and we are entrenching it. It's like when you have practice. When you are practicing, you want to know that your practice is actually efficient and effective, right? So there's a method to what I'm doing. There's a bit of logic to it, in other words. All right, so I'm gonna kick you off, Donna, off screen share.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do that. I just screen share and then it kicks you right off.
How do
Just
I
stop
get you
other
back
screen
on
sharing.
full? Oh, wait, I have to stop share, I bet. There we go.
There you go.
Right.
Well, I was gonna do that, and then but you preempted me. I didn't get there yet, you see, so I didn't get to do that. Yeah.
That was very strategic of me.
All right, so it was very. Donna does the same thing, and it takes all the fun out of it. I can't be kicking you off because I'm practicing being rude to kick you off. You see, so I have to practice it sometimes. We don't have it automatically. All right, so let's see. I go back to slides.com, and I want to do this with the two of you. Since we're in this now, and it just kind of happened this way. Fine, let's go and do it and think. Okay, so we've got that first off before they even know what we are going to be doing. Now, I do think I need to reverse the order of the slides. Because if this comes first, what we are going to be doing, and then first tell me, they are going to maybe think, tell me what we are going to be doing. See? It might cue them. See? So I'm just going to move this to be the very first slide, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes, it makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And now what we are going to be doing comes. All right. So actually this will be the third slide technically, because we haven't said this is the name of the project. So what is module 1, session 1? What is that?
Well, you have to have some type of transition of how you're going to tie their videos into the content of the program.
Right. But I mean, if we're making up the curriculum, like module 1, we don't know what module is going to be yet, but session 1 is certainly clarity of intent, right?
Tied back to the videos.
Right. So, but again, I mean, before we do this, so I'm just going to leave this, and then this is session 1, what we are going to be doing. I'll call this session 1. See what I mean?
Session 1, module 1?
Yeah. We don't know what the name of the module is yet, but that will come later. So this is module 1, session.
How about you have it tied to trust, capital T trust, because they had to trust you with doing the video with just very little information.
Wow. Okay. So, well, the way I've been doing the modules is okay. So then this must be. I'm gonna duplicate the slide and then take this out. So module 1 is implementation and application of trust.
But still, you were saying that that they might, people who will be in Moreness program, they might expect something first, at least something new.
Right. I agree. I'm just
Capital
putting it there for
T
the time
trust
being.
is something
That's
we are
already
already been
right.
talking about.
It's got to be
So
more.
what I mean is the next level of it. So not only understanding what capital T is, that's an assumption because we're all in the Moreness, but
Yes.
like how you applied it in that very first moment of this new, this is more of what my thinking was, how you literally took your Moreness and applied your capital T trust from the moment you opened up this module. We gave you this big, huge, open-ended question of, tell me. And that in itself required honesty and trust and self-proving and impeccability and so many different aspects of the way of impeccability and how that ties to ultimately trust in themselves. They're able to,
Okay.
yeah. So it's like right from the get-go. So that's kind of where my thoughts were.
Okay, let's combine both of that. So
it's how do you do something new beyond just capital T trust? The application of it?
okay. That's now I'm gonna take this out, Beena. This is what we are going to be doing. I'll show you what I'm gonna do in a moment. This right here is the
How are we going to be living?
right. But now I'm looking for the first module. And the first, so the Moreness project is slightly different to the way of impeccability at modules and sessions. Because we're a little longer, we're going to have section, module, and session, right? So there'll be like, I don't know, 8 or maybe 10 sections. So in other words, we're going to have a section on nobility. That will be section 1. We want to start right off with nobility because this is a big topic. It's very new, it's very fresh, and it's definitely Moreness, right?
Yes.
So module 1 is appreciation of your nobility, and the section is nobility, right?
Interesting.
Right, so module 1, appreciation. And now forget what we're going to do. I'm going to shift it in a moment. I just don't want to have to type again. So when I duplicate the slide, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, duplicate. I go in this one, this must go away, and that must go away. And then if I go back to the previous one, then this goes away. And the background, I've got to change the background in this one too. So let me just say, for the time being, all right, I'll just pick an image here. And okay, let's upload a new image. So I'm gonna, when we're done with all of these, then I'll just upload them all. So course pics. Oh, come on. Oh, why is it not loading? It's kind of weird. All right, so something that's got to do with nobility. Take the first one. Oh, should we do the baby one for nobility? Anyway, we can do this later, right? So I mean, we can change the background later. Right. So module 1, session 1. Now, what I do is the way that we'll be doing. This is let's see. Okay, so let's put this in the front. 1 colon. And then we've got to make a slide before this that says section 1, nobility. See? And then session 1. So sorry, module 1 is the module going to be appreciation? Yes. So then we say session 1 is going to be, what's going to be the name of the session? You see what I'm saying? Now we're going to be very specific. Okay, so session 1 is, because we're going to have a couple of sessions on appreciation of your nobility. So the first one is going to be very specifically your noble purpose. Yeah.
That's a biggie.
Well, because we're going to set noble, otherwise not Nobel.
How do you identify what that is?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So again, and we are saying we're going to put a third text box here. We're going to say section 1. It's a very big topic. Section 1 is nobility. Okay, and we can go Control A, and we bold this, and these need to be a little bit bigger in size. That's normal. Let's see. Let's make this heading 1. Okay, take that up there.
And you are not sharing a screen.
Oh, now you tell me after all this that I'm doing, and you don't tell me I'm Beena.
I was reading that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now you will.
Oh, no, you gotta remind me. I'm working all this time, assuming you're seeing what I'm doing. I'm still saying, oh, not doing this and not doing that. Are you gonna say, okay, yeah, okay. So then this one gets the size becomes heading 2, a little smaller.
So I somehow got the idea that the color of the nobility might be periwinkle. I don't know
Is this not
why.
periwinkle right here?
No.
Oh,
It's a lilac.
oh, all right. Well, we'll go look in a moment. Let me just finish with this. Heading
I don't know. It is just my thought.
Yeah. Oh no, I love that periwinkle. Absolutely appropriate. Yes, I love it. That's fantastic, Beena. That's fantastic. All right, hang on. Okay, so section 1. I don't know if I'm going to keep this picture. So where these are, but they just more or less, to arrange them. Section 1, nobility. Module 1, appreciation. Section 1. So I think this is a little too big, right? Do you agree? And then let's make this one. Hey, come on. Heading 3. Yeah, and then let's make this normal. All right. Formatted. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Does that look better, Beena?
Yes.
Okay. So then the other thing that happens is at the top of every slide, we in Wave Impeccability, we had the module at the top. Now we are going to have a section and module. So I'll show you what I mean now. So I open up a new text box and put it up here, paste that in, go to the front, nobility, colon, appreciation of your nobility. See? And this comes to the top. As again, this comes in bold. But you see it's on the red line there? You see?
Yes.
And that's how I put it all. I just put it like that. It still shows, but it's like at the very top of things. You know? It's actually getting cut off there, so I have to bring it down a little bit. There we go. Kind of halfway in between. There we go. Right in the middle of it. All right, there we go. All right. So this is on the top of every slide now. So I need to add this. Well, I'll add it on the subsequent slides, you know, because here we're introducing this, you see. So the previous slides are, you know, we don't want to, in future ones, it'll come right from the beginning. But for now, we just want to start here. So again, all right, so let's choose a different background. I'll just pick that one first, but okay. So
This is a beautiful one. No doubt about that.
oh, but we
Yeah.
want periwinkle. But we want
But
periwinkle.
yes, I got some idea that okay, periwinkle color maybe.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, this is the pictures I already have. I want to go to my uploads. I was confusing myself there for a second. All right. So I don't know why we can't see these. I don't know. I don't understand why they're not showing. Oh, very strange. Somewhere along the line, it added the CR download at the end, and it's messing the thing up. So let's take that out. Let's see if it shows now. Yes. Yeah. There we go. So I have to edit all these names. I don't know what happened, why they would have saved that way. But you see, Beena, it added this to the end of it.
Yes, yes.
It corrupted the file. So, let's hope it isn't everything. No, it's only a few. All right, so I'll just do them so that we can see what they are. So sorry, it takes a bit of time, but all right. I'm glad you're here, Beena. Glad you're here. Just love that here. Oh, did we end and restart or not yet?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, I was gonna I was gonna do that so I could show you the Donna phone call, but let me go. Well, why did I jump all the way down to the bottom now? I don't know. Rename. No, I don't want to do that. I had to go one more backspace. Oh, come on. There we go. Yes, I want to change it. Oh, let me see how many of these are here. Okay. Wow, that's really peculiar that this happened. But yeah, you definitely have a image in mind for the lilac. Sorry, the periwinkle. Donna, are you still with us? I can't see. Yeah, Donna's there. I'm curious what Donna thinks about periwinkle as the
Oh
noble
yes,
color.
yes.
Or nobleness color. Yeah. Rename.
Yes, it's better to see what Donna
Oh yeah.
have
Oh
about
yeah.
that
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
before changing. Yes.
Yeah. That's not periwinkle. That purple down there. That's purple, right?
Yes, it's purple. Periwinkle is kind of a bluish purple, purplish blue
All right.
kind of
All
color.
right. Well, you'll tell me when you see it. Yeah, we don't want to have purple because purple is too associated with royalty, right? Do you know what I mean? It's a different purple to that. Why do you jump all the way down there?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah. But this is not the same as that royal purple. I don't care for that royal purple. It's not a nice color. It's too dominant, too hierarchy, right? Periwinkle is magical. See, when I finish eating, it jumps me down to the bottom of the file for some strange, weird reason. Very for a peculiar thing. So. I didn't do it that time. Yeah, and that's the other strange thing. It does do it every time. It's quite amazing. How's the fasting going, Beena?
Oh, yes, it's smooth, but I'm quite sleepy. I don't know why. I
Well, you
took a
haven't been
nap.
sleeping much.
But,
That's why. Well, you only had 3 hours the other night. A bit of sleep debt coming catching up with you. So.
okay, let me share screen for a bit, so I can show you that what is periwinkle, so we can
Oh, I
search.
have periwinkle outside the window. I know the
Ah,
color. Yeah. It's right growing
okay.
outside my door. Remember, I greet you guys.
Ah,
The little periwinkle flowers
yes, yes.
right outside there.
So,
Yeah. Okay. So let's. Oh, that's flower. You know what? I tell you what, Beena. Let's do this. In case we have it already, I'm just gonna scroll quickly. You tell me if you see something that maybe. Why don't we get some periwinkles? You're gonna have to just say stop when you see something. These flowers here, are these not periwinkles?
yes,
Can I put that?
but isn't it too bold for the background?
Well, I can adapt it. You'll see. So,
Hmm,
all right. Well, let's go. We
yes,
know we got one up there. So,
yes.
is this not periwinkle as well? This
Yes,
one.
it is. Yes, it is.
That will work for I can put it up top in the middle and leave the periwinkle open. So this will work really
Mm,
perfectly, Beena.
yeah.
Okay. Let's just go to the bottom and see just in case. Okay. You know what I want to do, Beena? I want to just add all of these pictures right now, and then I'll make a new
Okay.
file, and then I know
Mhm.
that I don't duplicate adding them, and then it's very easy to use. You'll see what I mean. It just makes things.
Okay. Okay.
So now I'm uploading. You see these here ones I've already uploaded. You see, it's gonna load them all now. It takes a little while to do, but then we can just pick and choose from
Yes.
here. But while that goes, let's go back to our video, and let's look for periwinkle and see what they come up. Okay, so they didn't find anything in, or did they? Oh yeah, okay. Sponsored videos via Shutterstock. Oh, they didn't have any of them. They didn't have any on Pixabay. But I wasn't really looking for a video. I
Yeah.
was actually wanting a
Mhm.
picture. So let's go to images and see periwinkle. Uh, all right. So you tell me. Oh, this one on ice is pretty cool. But
Yes.
I like the one we have more. Hello, whoever you are. Who's that? Farouk?
Yes, Farooq.
He's got a very gentle voice. Wow, it's the first time I hear him so close by.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, very gentle
He's
voice.
talking to Mama.
Ah, brilliant. Oh, yes, the yeast cake. Ask him quickly the yeast cake.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes.
And
Okay.
Lubna. And Lubna.
Lubna is not here, but yes, I will
Ask
ask
her
Mama
about it.
definitely,
Can you
and
ask her right
ask
now?
Donna too. And ask
Yes.
Donna too.
Yes.
Okay.
Ask me what?
What kind of a cake uses yeast?
Uses yeast?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Look it
Well,
up.
Venus going to go ask Mama. Can you ask her right now? Or she finished the
Now
video?
she's saying no, never.
Oh, wow. No cake at all?
Nope.
The cake of self. Tell Mama it's the cake of self. So, this one will be cool too because we can put it on the side,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And Donna, about the color of nobility. What do you think of it?
As using periwinkle as the color to represent the
Periwinkle. I love periwinkle. It's a combination of blue and purple. It's perfect.
Yes, yes.
And the symbolism behind blue and purple is perfect
Yeah,
for nobility.
Yeah. So exactly. And you know, I have that story, the third periwinkle. So I only had two. Now I know what the third one is. That's very exciting for that story. Just as a magical you know, little aside thing there. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah,
There's
it's
all
very cool.
kinds of cakes you can put yeast in. I know you guys mean a bigger perspective on that one.
No, I was actually thinking literally. I mean, it's because one of the way of impeccability is, one of the one-liners is, I came up with, the yeast in your cake of self. You know, cake of self hyphenated.
Wow.
So I thought that was really cool.
That's pretty deep. Ooh,
Yeah, but then Beena comes and she bursts my bubble and crashes me, and I'm like, she says, "Oh, well, what cake uses
what
yeast?"
kind of cake has yeast?
Yes, yeah, but no cake uses yeast, and I'm like, thank you for popping my bubble, Beena. I thought it was really cool, and now it's all lame. No, I didn't feel that way. But anyway, I have to say, I exaggerated.
But Donna, from last 15 or maybe 10 days, Sil is continuously working on to have some sort of cake with yeast.
Yeah, okay, so let's do this right now.
To justify that.
Right?
Because
There
I'm
you go.
curious. I feel there has to be some cake that uses yeast. So
There's a bunch. I looked it up.
Oh,
Seriously.
really? Oh,
Yes, I
you
just
Googled
looked
it
it up.
already? Okay,
You
okay.
said lemon cake,
Oh, lemon cake. I love lemon cake.
pull apart Hungarian yeast cake, chocolate yeast cake.
Oh, there's a chocolate yeast cake. Yeah, I see it right here. There's even a video recipe.
See? There you go.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeasted lemon cake, pull apart. Yeah, that's what Beena was saying. Chocolate yeast cake, baking with
So
yeast
what
cake.
makes you rise, huh?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
That was the intention behind that
I
quote.
know.
But
I gotcha.
But
The
I said,
Viagra in your cake.
but I said, but
I
from
thought it was funny, but
what
okay.
kind of cake? So yes, without yeast, the cakes could be flapjacks.
I guess so. There you go. Exactly. Wow, but I like this chocolate yeast cake. That's pretty exciting. Let's see the picture and the recipe here. So fascinating. A moist, light chocolate cake topped with rich brown
It's
butter
a
frosting.
cake. Mm,
It's a bundt cake.
yes.
Oh yeah, see, bunt, a bunt cake, B-U-N-D-T, bunt cake, yeah, bunt cake. Cake or 113. Wow, ingredients. Let's see. Where does it say yeast here in the ingredients? Am I missing it? Oh, it's the second one.
Yes, raised.
Okay. So sorry, Mama. I got news
Mama.
for Mama. I got news for you,
Mama,
Mama.
hey. Yes, I'm sharing right now.
Oh wow!
Mama,
Can you see the screen?
केक्स होते हैं और वो इसके साथ भी बनते हैं कुछ केक्स इसके साथ भी बनते हैं एंड लेमन हाँ सो हम मतलब हम लोग ये पूछ रहे थे कि कोई केक बनता है ऐसे पर मेरा ख्याल था नहीं मैं कही थी नहीं बन हाँ मैं भी यही सोची थी कि ये सिर्फ ब्रेड्स के लिए होता है ना केक में कभी नहीं होता कि ईस्ट आप yes there are a lot of recipes हाँ बेकिंग पाउडर होते हैं yes sometimes लोग मतलब बेकिंग सोडा यूज करते हैं बट कुछ लोग ईस्ट भी यूज करते हैं
Yeast and baking soda, both.
yeah अच्छा इस रेसिपी में दोनों हैं बेकिंग पाउडर बेकिंग सोडा और ईस्ट also
Both. It uses both.
Mama saying that this cake must be taste like sliders.
Wow, what is a slider? I don't know what a slider is.
Okay, a slider is a really fluff bread, but very
Right.
crust
Must be
top
like
on that.
really,
Yes.
really fluffy. Yeah.
Yeah, she says because they're using
Suppose.
yeast and baking powder also, so it
Yeah.
must be really fluff one.
I suspect it's because they're using a lot of brown sugar, you see? Firmly packed. You see, 1 cup brown sugar, firmly packed, 1 cup sugar. That will make it quite dense. So the yeast and the baking powder to give it fluff because
Needed,
of that.
yes.
So and shortening. You see, they're putting shortening in as well. Plus all this chocolate too. So
नहीं केक नहीं बना रहे, ये एक कोट है जिसके जो सिल ने कहा कि कोई ये चीज होती है, ये आपकी केक के लिए ईस्ट की तरह है. जिस तरह आप कहते हैं कि आपकी क्या कहना चाहिए इसको, अना तो नहीं मगर हाँ आपके नफ्स के लिए, आपकी खुददारी के लिए, आपके सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट नहीं. Yes.
I have a question for Mama.
Okay.
And so the question for Mama is, tell me about Beena now.
Okay. Okay. Mama.
About Beena now. Now.
Okay.
Right now.
सिल को आपसे कुछ पूछना है. कह रहे हैं कि आप बताएं. मेरे ना उर्दू के अल्फाज अब गड़बड़ होने लगे. नहीं वाकई हो जाता है. मतलब इस वक्त बीना के बारे में, जो बीना अब हूँ मैं उसके बारे में. हाँ अब और पहले तो खैर कंपैरिजन नहीं, मगर आप मुझे ये बताएं कि हाँ अब क्या हूँ, क्या होगा नहीं, अब बीना कौन है अब. हाँ कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं पिछले में और अब में, मगर बस जब इस वक्त अब. हाँ इसके अलावा बता.
Oh, brilliant. I like that laugh. What does Mama say?
Now I'm saying that Beena now is a philosopher.
Yes. And tell Mama the name of that Beena as a philosopher is Sophie, the philosopher. Sophie, the sophisticated philosopher.
Huh.
Yes. Beena is a philosopher. Yes, Mama. Yes. Beena is not just an ordinary philosopher, but an exquisitely sophisticated philosopher. Yes.
It's a good day, Mama, saying that now she is a combination of a person is an astrologer and a philosopher and a psychologist, which is something like wow.
And a saint. Tell Mama what I say. I'm very honest. And a saint.
नहीं वो तो है. वो कह रहे हैं कि और एक दरवेश.
I don't know if dervish is the right word. Saint is slightly different to dervish, but okay, I'll take it.
Yes, because we have
I know. Okay, then a holy person. Then just say a holy person rather than dervish.
Saints are Sufis.
Yes, but just say holy. Just say holy. That I said Donna, that Beena is and
Just,
Donna.
Okay, just a minute. Huh?
Sure.
Huh. Huh.
I want to say acha.
हाँ. मगर आपको तो सेल के बारे में नहीं, मेरे बारे में बता. हाँ. Okay.
I heard Mama say so.
Okay. Self. But Mama is saying that I was asking her about that saint and the way, and she thought that I'm talking about you. So she says that yes, a person who has been in this situation for years, in Sufism or in this spirituality way, this is the practice or an exercise. After that, they got really high. Okay, it's not about hierarchy, but you can say that in a way they got really high ranks of Sufi or saints.
Oh,
And
that's interesting. Oh.
yeah, and I said, okay, but I'm not talking about, he's not talking about Sir. So she says, no, but you are on that way, not like him, but yes.
You're on that way.
So
Correct.
yeah.
Yes,
So
Mama. Yes, exactly.
she was
Also,
talking about you. Yeah.
yes. But also tell Mama there's one difference though. For me,
Mhm.
it's about being practical.
Yes.
It's about application. It's not all airy-fairy intellectual stuff. No. It's not just about the idea of it. It's about the application. So yes, I don't know if there's a term for a practical dervish. But if there is,
Oh
then
yeah.
I will claim yes.
Okay. Let me tell. Mama, तो कह रहे हैं कि ये जो कुछ भी है ये करते हैं या कोई फैकल्टी है जो भी तो ये सब हवाई बात नहीं है ये
Are you
सब
listening,
बातें
Donna?
ये
Oh, good. Okay.
ये सब कुछ जो है इसको हम
It's rare we get Mama to chat.
बेटा कोई बात हवाई होती ही नहीं लोगों के लिए होती है ना वो करते हैं ये उस कंपैरिजन में आपको बता रही हूँ कि ये जो करते हैं वो सिर्फ बातें होती हैं तो यहाँ ये सब कुछ नहीं वो दुनिया त्यागने वाला नहीं है ये संन्यास नहीं है ये दुनिया त्यागना नहीं है ये सब कुछ है जो कुछ यहाँ पर करते हैं उसी दुनिया में रहते हुए उन्हीं सारी चीजों को प्रैक्टिस करते हुए सारी चीजें जो है कंप्लीट करते हुए कि हाँ इस हवाले से अगर कहें तो ठीक है क्योंकि हम लोग वो उन चीजों में नहीं है कि हम आप दुनिया त्याग दें नहीं
Donna, listen to the beauty in Mama's voice. Do you hear it? I can just listen, even though I don't really get an idea. I hear the mood and the feeling, and it's just beautiful to me. I just can listen and listen. It's just beautiful. Just love Mama. Just love Mama. Listen to the depth, the sophistication coming. You can just hear this going into the threads of the side, right?
She's saying that that airy fairy thing. When I mentioned that, she says, nothing is actually like airy fairy. And I said, no, we are talking about practicality.
Yes.
And she says that even a person who just talk things, it doesn't matter because even if he is or she is not implementing on her or himself, the person or universe will take care of it.
Yes.
I think will be effective for other people.
Yes.
And they might implement. So it's nothing is actually like anything.
Oh, I agree with Mama. I agree with that. Yes. I was making a point about my personal predilection and preference. Yeah. No, Mama's quite correct. Just tell Mama I love her too. And Donna also, we're just enjoying hearing her magical beauty and moreness. It was fantastic to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah, really beautiful.
And she said, thank you.
Oh, certainly a pleasure. Just saying the truth. That's all. Just recognizing the obvious, making the obvious, just pointing it out. It's really something, we could hear the moreness of what you're saying. So yes. So it's my predilection. Yes, there is value in theorizing. There is value in intellectualizing. Others benefit from it. But for me, I want to be the one to benefit from it. So yes, I want to, create it and implement it and apply it and enjoy it and live it. Yes, it's very important to live it. Very important. Yeah, it makes a difference. It really does. So yeah, I agree with Mama. Yeah, that's very cool. I like that Mama recognized that where you are. What else did she have to say about you? There was lots more.
Nothing more.
Really? Wow. No, I don't believe you somehow, Beena. Don't believe you.
She simply says that, but I shared with you.
Wow.
She says that yes, I saw.
Okay.
Now you are at least for 1 year, you are on this way because you are not in anything else.
Did you see Beena? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry, keep going. What you were saying?
Oh, this is what you said that for 1 year you are not in anything other than this. So yes, you are on this path.
Wow.
So nothing actually. every nonsense is actually just get out of my life already.
So if I could ask Mama one more question, it would
Mhm.
be, does Beena feel different?
Mhm.
Not is it? No, I want to know if she feels
Mhm.
you to be different. Do you
Okay.
feel different?
I'm really scared of to
I
ask that.
know, but
She,
please
she,
ask. It's an
she's,
important question.
she's really an adamant one.
I know,
I
but
don't
it's
know
an
what will
important
come
question.
out.
It doesn't matter. It's an important question. Very important question. Right, Donna? I'm sorry. Let me just check with Donna. Donna, do you feel this is a good question to ask Mama right now?
Yes.
Ah, come on. You guys are trying to open something. Okay.
No, I really mean it. I think it's a profound question. And I trust Mama. I trust Mama and I trust you implicitly. I wouldn't ask if they did not have trust in the answer.
Okay. Okay. मम्मा आपको ऐसा फील होता है मतलब सोचना समझना तो अलग चीज है ना हाँ ये चीजें हैं ये चीजें चेंज हो गई और इन चीजों को आप देख रहे होते हैं समझ रहे होते हैं दिमाग में मतलब फीलिंग्स अलग होती है ठीक है आपको कुछ डिफरेंट फील होता है मुझ हाँ व्हाट डू यू फील नाउ मतलब आपका फील क्या होता है मतलब क्या फील होता है पहले में और अब में
How does Beena feel to Mama now?
बहुत सारी चीजें हैं मुझे अच्छा फील होता है मुझे जो चीज एक बात है जो हम समझाना चाहते हैं नहीं समझा पाते वो अब आ गई थोड़ा को माफ करना गुस्सा न करना बात को छोड़ देना तो इसकी फीलिंग अच्छी आती है पहले सब बहुत हर बात पहले खुद देख अब कंट्रोल करती है अच्छी फीलिंग आती है कोई बात है ना कंट्रोल आ गया
Each little pings my heart.
थॉट पूछना चाह रहे हैं नहीं okay she says that in this 1 year she feels that more composed um, personality now yes nothing actually intense everything is now really very subtle and really very humble now she says that I was not like this for sure she's saying that and I can completely agree with her because she says and very very clearly she's saying that you are too more humble now not too humble but yes
Yes,
more
appropriately
humble now and more composed
Yes.
and at peace.
Yes. So, on your particular graduation, say again. Say.
He says that I really feel good that because the feelings are really really present and peaceful.
So Donna, on Beena's certificate of graduation, I can make one of those, the seals, the symbol, like the little sticker type thing that says "Mama approved." And by implication, is the program is Mama approved.
Right.
Oh yes.
Further implication, Sil too is somewhat
Yes.
Mama approved. See, very important.
Yes.
Very
Donna
important. You
too.
gotta listen to
Yes.
the layers. You gotta listen to the layers. Love it.
Donna, you know that now we have different rating. Sil says that okay, PG Siddiqui is on, and I
Wow.
said what? And he said, oh yes, PG Siddiqui is on. And I was like,
So it's PG-13, and then you get a little lower than that. You get PG Siddiqui.
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 this is my surname.
Yeah, it's Venus' full surname. Yeah. So PG Siddiqui. Right. So now we've got the third, like all these approvals. You see, ratings. But now it's Mama approved. Yes.
Nice.
No swearing, no cuss word, nothing. So okay.
Oh,
Right. Because
goodness.
sometimes Beena gets naughty and she screencasts us onto the TV.
Yes.
During the Zoom session,
No
you
way.
can put us, well, not you
Yes.
maybe, but when
Yes.
Beena and I are chatting. So that's it. Oh my goodness, I've really got to make sure that what I'm saying is PG Siddiqui, That's where that came from, you see, because we get on the TV.
Adorable. That's
Well, because
adorable.
Beena's naughty, because they play the TV and it's very loud. And it irritates Beena a little bit because it's like, come on, you know, I'm busy here, I'm working, you know, I can't hear because they have the TV too loud. So then she screencasts and she forces them to watch the Zoom. It just be that Beena can be so naughty. I'm just blown away. So then I grumble, we gotta watch this now. So okay, so we have to be sure that we're always Siddiqui. That's it, PG Siddiqui. So, but now we Mama approved. Like this, that's huge. But it's really huge what Mama did say. That and this is what Donna and I see whenever we see that grace. That's the word, right? This is what Mama was saying with the appropriate humility and the balance of it. We're hearing the grace, right? So is there Urdu word for grace? I'm assuming, right?
Must be, but Urdu, like they have very nuanced
Yeah.
difference in words. So I will search exactly
All right.
what we
Yes.
take it as grace and what
Right.
is it.
Right.
Okay.
So grace, I'm not even sure what the dictionary might say about grace. Let me see. Because this is something that you have to be very careful with. You know, it's like impeccability. You can't go look it up, and you have to first be sure that they have it appropriately assigned. You see, so grace is a tricky one. It's like impeccability. It's so little understood
So
that you can't trust.
associated with religions, yeah.
Right, exactly. Simple elegance or refinement of movement. Okay, so if you take out movement, you say simple elegance or refinement. Yes, that's grace. Courteous goodwill. Yes. Do honor or credit to someone or something by one's presence. This is a very profound, magical grace. Do honor or credit to someone or something by one's presence. When we have grace, we do honor and we give due respect to others simply through our presence. This is a very fantastic definition of grace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really excellent right there. Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that's nice. They didn't tie grace to you know, they didn't tie it to religion. Yeah. So that's a very good connectivity to it. Yeah. So that's awesome. I mean, your mama has grace, right? Mama has grace. Yes. Beena?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I mean, your grace and mama's grace very different though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. It's very important. It's very important. But I'm curious if this particular quality, if Mama recognizes it. So, Beena, I'm sorry, Donna, just while we're choosing periwinkles, this one where my cursor is, or the one above it, or which one represents the nobility color? For me, I like this one. It's very fresh rather than this one's too.
It's a bit pale.
I like the top row, third one over. That's periwinkle.
This one, this
one,
third
no,
one. Oh,
go
this
left,
one.
yeah.
Ah, okay,
This one.
okay,
For me
okay.
too.
All right.
For you
okay.
too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I'm
It's
gonna look
not
for some
sharp.
more.
It is just perfect.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Not too bright. Not too light.
Fantastic. Fantastic. This must go in course picks 2. Wow. Wow. What a day. What a day. What a day. You know what blows my mind is how magic can compound on top of magic. And we just get more on top of more, you know. So this one then too, I take it is pretty cool for the color. Or not as nice. This one I'm on my cursors on.
Oh,
Says
now
periwinkle.
you now you
Periwinkle
have.
flower.
But the picture
Not so
is
good.
not really
Okay.
clear of far. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one's the right color, but it's a little dilapidated. A little. All right. Okay. Well, we only need one. You know, that sounds pretty cool too, but it's a little soft in the color, right? It's not sharp enough. Where it says periwinkle flower. When I hover the mouse, it brings up the name. So the only one that has a name underneath it is the one I'm on.
Yeah.
Periwinkle for me is a mixture of blue and purple. That looks pink and white.
That looks pink. Okay,
Yes.
I agree. And that looks too
Too purpley.
yeah. And this is too pinky. Okay. Okay. I like this one's kind of cool, but the color's not quite exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But
It's a
the
pink
picture is good.
periwinkle.
It says pink periwinkle.
Yeah, and the picture's good, but not the exact right color. We're looking for the color now. Okay. We found one, so I just, in case there's more, be handy to have. So there's only 2 pages, so we'll just look at the next page. Why they got Father Christmas fishing? I
That
don't
one's
know.
pretty cool. That one on the right was pretty good.
The bush, yeah, it's from
No,
Shutterstock. Oh,
not that
bottom. This one, yeah, really?
one.
Evergreen purple flowers?
Was that the one? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
We got the one. I like the one we got.
yeah. I'm just checking. So in case I need more for later on, it'd be nice to have a few more. Wow. I don't know why, but I really like this rosy periwinkle one. I don't know. I'll just use it for somewhere else. It doesn't have to be the new nobility one, but it just seems very sweet and delicate, no?
It's a cool picture. And with the
It's a cool
shadow
picture.
and the
Yeah.
effect of it. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yes. And we were talking about grace. This kind of has a grace to it, no?
It does indeed. It's delicate. It's
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah. And I see Donna and
Beautiful.
Beena right in there, both of it. See you guys in there. Wow. Okay.
Riley normally has his Cujo after he eats, and he didn't have any today.
Wow.
So I fed him an hour ago, and I took him out for his walk, and now he's just asleep.
Wow. Thank you, Riley. So Riley is your mirror.
Exactly.
Wow.
I have some Cujo
That's it.
in me.
That's it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That's that.
But it's a handy skill to have, is it not?
I pull it out when I need to.
It's a handy skill to have some Cujo in you. As long as it's appropriate. I mean, you do
A
want
Cujo
Riley.
slide.
Right. Well, I can look up Cujo in a moment. You do want Riley to have some Cujo in him, right?
Assumption. Yeah. Mind of his own. He definitely has a mind of his own.
Well, I mean, when he's bigger and he's in that protective role, I mean, he serves a valuable usefulness, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go.
All
I'll
right.
be here maybe in an hour.
All right.
So I'll be back here.
All right. Look at this quickly before you go.
Yes.
This was
He
the
always
point
has
for this.
you need to say you got to go at least 10 minutes before you actually have to go with him. You know that by now.
Sorry. I'm just so.
Wait, one last thing. Wait, one more. Just no, and one last.
Right. Nobility direct at the center of this, and I was like, oh, yes,
Yeah.
appreciation of your nobility.
There we go. Okay.
Yes, and Donna, when you were sharing and you were saying that this is your favorite color, and when today still brought up that nobility, I said the color of the nobility is periwinkle.
Aww.
Because it's your favorite color.
Aww.
Isn't that something? I just love it, and I have the periwinkle outside the door. You know that, right, Donna?
That's amazing.
Right outside my door, there's a big periwinkle thing, and when the little flowers, I go out, I say hello, Donna. Say hello, Beena. I'll show you.
This was the first time Donna shared when she was sharing about her shower practice and all these things and colors, and she mentioned that this is my favorite color. And when today Sil brought up that nobility, and I said, okay, this will be the color of nobility.
So perfect. I just absolutely love it.
It's kind of cool that it got shifted into something really cool, because when I was little, the crayon box, and people would ask you, so little Beena, what's your favorite color? Most kids would say, when they're 3 or 4, pink, green, blue.
Yes.
And I would say, periwinkle.
Look, can you see, Donna? Can you see?
Oh, wait. Oh, how beautiful. Isn't that something?
Oh, they are thriving now. Wow.
Wow, because I water them every day. I water them like crazy. They're going nuts over here. Look at this. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
There's more over there, more on the side here. So you see? So when I see the flowers, and I greet them every time. We had nice tulips up there. Were they tulips or something? I don't know, but they kind of gone now. The flowers up there. Anyway, Very exciting. So I'm going to get them to grow on the other side of the door too. You see, Donna? It's just on the one side. So I'm starting.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was hardly anything over here. But I water these every day. And then nothing was here too. These are paradise trees. See, so I'm going to be living in paradise soon. So
It's
You already are.
interesting. It's interesting that in Urdu, periwinkle name is which means eternal in English.
and how do you say it in Urdu?
Sadabahar.
One more
Sadabahar.
time. One more time, please.
Beena?
It is Sadabahar. Bahar is
Sadabahar.
spring and Sada means eternal. Yes, Sadabahar. And it is
Bahar means what?
eternal blooming, you can say that.
Oh, wow. Well, I think that because periwinkles, from what I'm seeing over here, they do bloom on a very continuous basis.
Yes, that's why.
Oh, so that's the perfect flowers to have outside my door. Always blooming. That's
Yes.
blooming marvelous. That's blooming marvelous.
Yes.
I love that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. All right, you gotta go, Beena. You gotta go. Sorry, I was keeping you up. Sorry. Gotta go.
The eternal bloom is the word for.
Sadabahar.
That's
Am
beautiful.
I saying it right, Beena?
Yes.
Sadabahar.
Yes. I gotta go.
Bye.
All right. Bye, Beena.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So while we wait for Beena again, I want to show
Yes,
you.
I'm actually gonna go too and rest.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna
sure.
take a little nap.
While you're
I'm gonna
napping,
go crawl. Yeah, I'm gonna go crawl on the floor with Riley. I'm gonna go get my pillow and my blanket and crawl on the floor and cuddle with them.
look at this. Wow, I love it. I just want you something while you're napping. Purpose of the Moreness, well, it should be Moreness PMP. Moreness project is application, implementation, entrenchment, exemplification, confirmation, extension, creation. We're learning how to think, perceive, discern, perspective shift, zoom out, sophisticate, multi-layer, morify, intuit, implicatify, deliberate, and ... Forget the stuff underneath. This is just for the first slide. For the next slide that's coming up now, this year.
I don't have screen share.
Oh, dang nabbit me. Okay. So, the part that's highlighted here, and it should be purpose of MP, not MC. Moreness project is application, implementation, entrenchment, exemplification, confirmation, creation, extension, creation, ... Right? We're learning how to think, perceive, discern, perspective shift, zoom out, sophisticate, multi-layer, morify, intuit, implicatify, deliberate, and ... That's going to be the very next slide now. This is the start. So I know while you rest and relax, I just want to put out there what I see the purpose of this project is, and I really, really, really want to hear what you and Beena have to say about this. This is just huge. In terms of what you see the purpose is, and for me, the purpose is to take someone, say like Sue, she's really owning the entirety of the program. Forget the background; it has to change, and then I'll make it nice. She's taken Way of Impeccability totally to heart, but she definitely wants more. And for me, this moreness is to get to that exquisiteness of being, and that will be the next thing, right? That's be the next way. That this is what we are going to do. We are going to be continually focusing on getting our exquisiteness into application, to actually, we already have it, but to bring it out so that we get to live exquisiteness, be exquisiteness every day, that we feel exquisite. Not just feeling empowered, but more. What's the more of empowered? Exquisite. What's the more of impeccable? Exquisite. Yes?
Yes. And the other thing that came up for that was not only do others draw it out, but how you draw it out within yourself, no matter what the circumstances.
Exactly. To be able to draw on and out our exquisiteness.
Mm-hmm.
to be able to do that with regularity, with command, with authority,
Right.
with
I was
confidence,
just
with
gonna say,
trust. Yeah,
right.
yeah, beautiful, really, really beautiful.
Okay.
And then also, I wanted to say quickly what Beena was saying earlier about hearing, hearing ourselves and listening to ourselves in the context of, is what I am saying appropriate in every context? This is a very powerful skill. And also to hear what we say, to say based on what. When we actually hear ourselves the way we listen to others, this is an incredible skill. The way you listen to me, Donna, where you're always checking me, right? You're always testing it, you're always checking. This is a profound skill to apply to ourselves. Now, we can overdo it with ourselves, but nonetheless, especially when we start to own our moreness, we have to be very careful to say, "Ooh, do not fall into that trap that because I'm, sophisticated stuff and, maybe sometimes even profound or sublime comes out of me, to assume it always makes sense, to always be checking it." One more point of hearing on that conversation with Beena is that also, especially in the program and just life in general, we want to develop our hearing to such an extent that we can hear how we are being heard. So we want to be paying attention to how we are being heard. For instance, if somebody is hearing me and they get into devotee mode, like those, well, you didn't watch the thing of that Bhagwan, this is, I'm going to put an end to that right away. I don't want to be heard that way. You know what I mean? And it's possible. Or they just heard you, oh, you're saying such wonderful stuff. How do you know? How do you know it's wonderful? Maybe it sounds wonderful, but how do you know? In other words, if they're just buying everything, no, end to that. Also, we want to watch very carefully when somebody hears something and it is profound to them. And you can almost see this, Donna. Have a look what I'm saying here, because I got to demonstrate it, Donna. When they hear something that's profound to them, you see them take it in, and you kind of see it settle down into the body. It kind of goes in little layers like that, and you can see it kind of settling in as they're thinking about it. That's what I mean, that when we hear them hearing us, we can make space for them being able to fully absorb it. And we don't just go to the next point, that we give space for that. We put a power pause there for it to absorb in. And this is a very profound thing, how we leverage hearing, in other words, and hearing of others hearing us. So it's a very nuanced, sophisticated layeredness. And the reason well, it's just a point I wanted to share with you because it came up from Beena, but it's very pertinent now. In this is what we are going to be doing. We are going to get into this exquisite layeredness of seeing the fullness of things in a very exquisite way, right? So just take this capital H hearing. Yes, we understand what it means. It was already nuanced and layered before, but now we are taking it to an even more, even greater nuance, the real exquisite layeredness. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Have a good nap, Donna. I won't keep you
Thank
the
you.
way I'd love to. I love this. Thank you, Donna, for the collaboration.
Thank you.
It's so beautiful to me. I can't tell you how potent this is. It's so gorgeous. I'm actually going to leave this. I'm not going to work more on it. I want to work on the certificate when we go to maybe tomorrow or later today. We'll work more on this, because this is a collaboration to me, especially this first session. Later on, there's just stuff. The content's already there. It's just putting it into the format. But this, what we're doing now, this is so absolutely critical. We have to be 100% on the first session. It sets the tone for everything, like clarity of intent did. It's
Right.
absolutely critical. So I'm very keen to have this collaboration. It's very important to me. Very important.
It's wise. Yeah, I think that's wise for everybody involved.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's so crucial. I love it.
Laters.
Oh, latest gorgeous heart. Oh, latest. It's so beautiful listening to Donna and Mama. So, yeah. I have to call her Mama now because Beena always says Mama. I can't say your Mama or her Mama. I have to say Mama.
Mama. It's cute.
Because she shares a lot, she's very open. She shares a lot. So, I just think I'm talking to Beena, but because she's always sharing, I'm like part of the family over there. So they scrutinize me and check me out, and I'm under the eye. It's quite something.
Nice.
Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, you went. Oh, bye-bye, Donna. Oh, it's fantastic. Hello world, hello world. I need some music now. Excuse me. Hmm. I liked Periwinkle as a kid too. Oh. Oh, oh, oh.